Look, I'm gonna let you know straight up. Don't look for preferential treatment today, man. It's March.
Hey, it's Women's History Month, and I've got 2 women.
Hey, I got 3. I collect them too. So for those listening, of course, we have Mr. Evan with us today, the King of Wakanda. We have a number of things to touch on because you haven't been here since February. We were just talking right before COVID. You were here for Black History Month, of course, last year.
Absolutely.
But you couldn't make it this year. I did try to have you here in February.
Well, in honor of Black History
but
Month.
Dante showed up.
This is for Black History Month, and I'm just late.
Oh, it's So I have actually I have a story about Black History Month this year. So I was on a mopping gig.
Gotcha.
And we were going to this building, and we met with the our point of contact with this building. And I was there with Brian, and Brian apparently had a talking with this guy inside. Right, but I don't know I'm not privy to it. I'm not inside.
Private.
So I'm getting ready to head inside, and I see the guy that Brian's talking to, who's a black guy, coming out. So I just, I'm getting ready to go in. I grabbed the door, held it open, let him go, and then getting ready to go in as a mannerly person, as a person that was just raised properly.
Okay. Yeah.
And as I opened it, he was like, he looked back and he's like, "See, he gets it." And kept going. So I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know what he was talking about. But Brian came up to me and he was like, "Yeah." When I was in there, we were getting ready to go in this other door, and he said, "Would you mind getting that for me, Black History Month and all?"
No way, dude, that's awesome. I gotta start doing that. Golly. Damn.
And then I just happened to get it for him.
Missed
when
opportunity.
He was coming out. Yeah.
Perfect.
Fucking great.
Might get that for me.
I was trying to think what else. We have to also find out how you feel about Black Panther, of course, since you've been the main guest here to talk about Black Panther and the voice of Black people.
Absolutely.
What do you think? What is your opinion on how they should handle the character moving forward? I think they've come out and said they're not going to recast.
Are we diving into this now? Or?
I think we should just get right into that.
Cool.
There's no format to this goddamn shit.
Yeah. It's
I
by the
didn't
seat
know.
of our pants. As soon as Adam left, we threw the rules out with him.
I get it. I was just wondering. I didn't know if there was a soft open or anything like that. Or
That was it. You just
We're just
saw
open.
it.
We're just open.
We just
Oh,
proceed.
Chris is not here. We gotta say Chris is not here. So there's no minorities here. We got a white guy, Asian guy, and black guy sat down for a podcast.
Oh, we can take over. It's like a joke, a bar.
That's why it's a square table, not a rectangle one. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. So yeah, RP to Chadwick Boseman. That hit me like hard when that happened. Because it was so unexpected, and
Yeah, it was out of that field.
it definitely was. And dude,
I was like, what, he was sick?
He's a soldier because he kept that shit tight.
Nobody
Nobody knew.
It was admirable. And especially I feel like in a world when everybody wants to be given as much attention and sympathy for everything. Like, I'm borderline diabetic. Like, well, yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
My border's just wider.
Hey guys, we caught COVID and we have to isolate on our yacht for 10 days and just pray for us, thoughts and prayers. Stay in your 1-bedroom apartment in New York, but we're in this together. So he didn't do any of that, you know? And I thought that was awesome. And coincidentally, me and the kids just watched Infinity War and Endgame back to back the Saturday night. So seeing him come through the tunnel on that, it got me. So about what I feel personally should be done, it's a tough one because I went back and forth in my mind about to recast or not recast. I'm like, on one hand, you can't touch me because that dude, like, he played that role great.
Correct.
And he, in a sense, he owns it, right?
Agreed.
It's iconic now.
Yeah, it's
100%.
definitely iconic. However, I do feel as though you would, at the time to think about it, I feel as though you kind of cheat future generations out of that experience of having their own Black Panther and that representation of that character. Because, and you shortchange the MCU going forward.
Right.
Because
he's a great character.
He's a great character. Actor aside, it's a great character. Yeah. And what they had planned, I believe, for the future of the MCU based around Wakanda and possibly
Wakanda
Namor.
itself is like important.
Possible Illuminati.
You got, so no, and I say this with all due respect, no person is bigger than their role. So you have to look at it in a big picture type sense. MCU is a huge thing, and it's just
Don't be scared of this thing here, man.
Yeah, I didn't know if you want me to get
don't be
on.
scared
Yeah,
of
okay, got you. It's been a while. You know, I'm not used to these things in my face. So
I got two of them.
I wasn't even going to point that out, but I saw it immediately.
He's on that shotgun flow.
So I feel like in this sense, you're not bigger than a role, and the best respect to your legacy is to just continue that role. He made it for what it was, but look, we live in a world where Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle were both roadie in War Machine, and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah, I couldn't get Terrence Howard ass out of here quick enough.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. I didn't like him
Next
in that role.
time, baby.
Yeah, next time, baby. Yeah. Oh, little do you know.
Hey, get back,
Last logged on.
Yeah, right.
get back in that grocery line.
Yeah. Next time, baby. So I think at some point you are going to have to recast. That's my opinion on it.
Well, recast or passing the mantle? Because
I'd
that's
be
always
fine
that
with
option.
both. I would be fine with
Which
both.
one would you rather have? Same character, same.
So
a different actor playing the exact same character going forward, or passing on to a different character with the mantle.
Sure, he could take it.
yeah, I find merit in both. However, like we said with the Illuminati and possible, Namor stuff, I think T'Challa brings a certain gravitas and whatnot to that role, to that character that you're not going to get with M'Baku Black Panther or Shuri Black Panther. They're always going to be the replacement. They're always going to be,
That's a fact.
You only got this because. And then how are you going to write it off in the MCU? In that.
That's a good question too.
Are we just going to not acknowledge it? Or are we going to say he's out on a soul searching mission, or he got killed off screen, which is even worse?
That's the worst now.
Right.
You know,
You
so
can't do that.
Kill off screen is awful
while I'm
for someone important.
I'm not absolutely opposed to passing the mantle on. If you have to do some of the, whatever the CGI shit,
Face
and
swapping?
yeah, face swapping, and then have him pass on and whatever, fine. But I feel like T'Challa is so integral and so in the Avengers universe, comic wise, that we'd be shortchanging fans and everyone to just say, well, because he unfortunately passed in real life, we can't do anything with this character going forward. As opposed to, we have people and actors who can
Big shoes to
fill that
fill,
role.
though.
Yes, they're big shoes to fill, but
Tough for the follow up.
yeah. So I think we could
And
do
it
it.
couldn't be an impersonation of him. They'd have
Exactly.
to make it their
That's
own.
the
They
hard
gotta
part.
make it their own.
You have to make it your own, but you still have to be the same character at the same time.
Yes,
That's
yep.
rough.
And pay respect to what he's
Right.
done
Yep.
with that character.
So,
yeah.
what even want the responsibility?
No.
It's weird.
I'll do it.
Let's go all the way. Let's go the Last Samurai on this shit.
I mean, he wears a mask for part of it anyway. The other question I was going to ask is, how would you feel about if it was since it looks like we might tap into the multiverse, how would you feel if it was a multiverse Black Panther if they did
Pulled
it that
somewhere
way?
from somewhere
That's
else.
probably like the best option.
Okay.
Honestly, now that I didn't even think about it till you mentioned it, but that might be the best option.
Right.
At this point, you get a multiverse Black Panther who on his world,
Who's
everything
still
went to
T'Challa,
hell.
but looks different.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
Everything just went to shit on his world, and he gets pulled in during the multiverse of madness or whatever. And
Said it was a white dude.
yeah, the white wolf. He's the real white wolf. But he still speaks with the accent. He has to still speak with the accent. I would love it.
Oh God.
All right, now with that out of the way, welcome to WandaVision Q&A show, episode 290.
Yes.
And we'll get started. We have been last week. We were asked about WandaVision 10,000 times, which is to be expected.
Oh man, you should have had me on last week.
I know. You're welcome any week.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But how was your nerd year? Did you get COVID?
I didn't get COVID.
Well, that's a bullet dodge.
Well, no, I tried because that 2-week vacation would have been fucking great. I tried so bad. Oh man, I had unprotected shopping and everything.
Unprotected shop.
like, what's he doing? Why is he licking that handrail?
Exactly. It's weird. I stopped washing all my groceries in the sink the minute I got them. But I didn't get COVID. Like I said, despite my best efforts, I ended up getting a shot. Both of them, and
Moderna
probably. Yeah, Moderna. So my nerd year was funny because it was obviously we all on lockdown, so you had nothing to do but nerd shit, right?
Right.
Which is I'm fine with that.
Right.
You know, work and home.
Right.
Boom. My obviously collecting took a a back step because of shipping and whatnot. So that was kind of hard.
Oh, that's opposite of Bobby.
Really? Yeah, I don't know how
He
how
went
did this
ham.
happen? Yeah, what is this?
He ramped up his purchasing.
Man, I was waiting on like a box of paper towels from Amazon. This motherfucker gets
Oh
statues
no,
and shit.
I can't get paper towels.
But you
This
didn't
is
get a
all
quarter
the
scale
this is all the money I saved, and my kids using 30 paper towels for every fucking spill they encounter.
I know the pain.
Yeah.
So as far as my nerd year, it was more about media. Like I got to look at a lot of shit on TV and stuff that I just hadn't had a chance to catch. Like I know we downloaded HBO Max and that unlocked the whole DC, shit. So I caught up on a lot of, whether it be the DC animated movies, the regular movies, the Harley Quinn's. I've
heard that's great.
Dude,
I haven't
it's
watched it.
fucking better than I thought it was.
Yeah,
gonna
everybody's
be.
saying it's great. It's like a cartoon show
Oh,
about Harley
but it's
Quinn.
a R-rated cartoon show.
Yeah.
And the bar was down here for me. But
Yeah,
I binge watched that shit, and I'm gonna watch it again because it was good. Interesting take on everything. So it was a lot of media stuff. Obviously, we got Disney Plus, so we introducing the kids to like the '90s X-Men and the old Spider-Man and shit like that. I did watch WandaVision, watched all that. I enjoyed it. And I say it that way because I know it was divisive in some circles.
Yeah, I think it's really a 50-50 thing. Like I don't think it's like a clear cut. For every question we got last week, it was, what do you think made it so great? And then the next one was, why did it suck so bad?
I enjoyed it. It was something different, and maybe it's because we went on that. We had such a break in between any type of content, like new content, really. And this was something new, and it was different. It wasn't the same formulaic thing that we had. Where on the other hand, I did watch Wonder Woman 84. Unfortunately,
Didn't like it.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
He loves it now. Like I said,
Really?
I know a lot of people that don't.
Dude, it could have been a lot better. I know it's bad because
I don't think it's perfect.
wife-
I don't think it's perfect, but
you liked it a lot.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I really
enjoyed
it.
the first one more than I enjoyed this one.
Okay, so I think the first one is far better, infinitely better. I think I enjoyed this one more.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I can see that, and I can see why people would enjoy it. The way you did. I just didn't think it was a great movie.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's just the ending was cheesy and whatever.
Oh, dude, the ending, man. I think I'll be honest with you, man. I think I needed it. I think I needed like whatever those motherfuckers were going through in '77 with like Watergate in a post-Vietnam world with, all you go to the movies to see is fucking Clockwork Orange and other really depressing shit. And whatever Star Wars did for those people, I needed 84 after 2020.
Wow.
I needed just like this movie full of heart with optimism and hope and good vibes and fucking love each other and do right.
Hey.
I think I just needed it.
Nerd Rage Radio sponsored by Warner Bros.
Cut the check.
No, but I get what you're saying because it was one of those things where we watched it with our kids, and actually that was why we downloaded HBO Max and subscribed to it because we wanted
Most
to watch
did.
that. Yeah.
That's
and
why
so
we did too.
The kids loved it,
Oh,
and
dude.
the fact that
Go ahead, man. Get loose.
Hey, look, I got the Black Panther.
What are you
See-
You got to replace him, man.
No.
Recast.
I cannot do
Has
that.
a tattoo
White Wolf on here.
in white ink.
Actually, I'm getting one for my dog, and he's a husky.
I know. You like to own
Dude,
big white things.
it's fucking, so I'm gonna get a white wolf next to the Black Panther. on my fucking arm.
That's great. See,
Poetic.
that's a quality.
Yeah, it's poetic. Yeah, I got it. It's yin and yang.
Inside all of us, there's two wolves, man.
Oh, nice. I did not watch that though. The New Mutants.
No,
I don't know why I didn't
I
watch it.
haven't either.
I haven't. And
I
I'm-
keep forgetting it exists.
because
yeah.
they make you forget it exists.
Yeah.
They kept pushing it back, and who knows if it's coming out or not. And then when it came out, nobody even knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've heard
Except
terrible
Phil.
things.
Yeah, Phil saw it.
Phil sees everything though.
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah, he's I think he thought it was. I can't remember what he had like a review of it that like was like it's at least it wasn't this. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
like it was like that.
That's always
like,
bodes well.
yeah,
Yeah.
like at least it wasn't Age of Apocalypse type of review.
That came on TV the other day, and I kind of watched some of it. And
That shit's
I couldn't do it. I couldn't
watch, man.
It's
I
awful.
really tried. And you know how you try to force yourself to find the positive and stuff? I couldn't do it. And I cut it off. I ended up watching
Joe versus Volcano.
Yeah, so I watched some stupid shit like Paranormal Hospital or some shit just to get away from that.
I hear you.
But
I like that shit.
yeah, dude, I love those ghost shows. I don't know why. It's just,
I like the movies based on those shows.
yeah, yes,
Shows are always like they just walk like, oh God, listen, wait, listen.
that's what.
And nothing happens ever.
Oh,
You're like,
I'm getting real big feeds on.
What was that?
I'm getting real big feeds on the Electromagner.
Did you feel that?
This is the
Was that chill? Was that was that chill?
This is the yeah. God, okay. It's like,
They're speaking to us. Eggs and greens. No, what did they say? Who's mean?
it's so true. Terrible.
But
nah.
they're entertaining though.
Yeah.
They are. That's why I stayed on for 6 hours at my house.
Marathon.
Yeah,
Better than
binged
Apocalypse.
I really did. And then my wife started watching it, and she put it on downstairs because she's like, I saw you watching this. I put it on down here. But nerd-wise, that was pretty much it. I'm trying to get back into reading again, like reading graphic novels and comics and reading. I know I had
Words,
I had a whole year to read, and I didn't do it. So
I don't know. Maybe we're talking about old man shit. You know, you started talking to the fucking
Bartender.
Me and you started enjoying going to Home Depot.
yes,
I think like at a certain age you stop reading. Even you still enjoy it, but
Yeah.
you don't do it anymore. And then I think you have to get older, and then you get back into
Yeah.
reading. We haven't hit that point yet.
I can dig that. Yeah,
My wife reads. She I'm reading a book about an octopus. I'm like, oh God.
Because she get a good head on her shoulder though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
different than us.
Yeah,
I'm fucking monkeys.
So I have a bunch of books to read.
Yeah,
I
that's same.
like Coruscant Nights.
of course, on Nights being one of them. But the thing is like first of all, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of time to read.
Yep.
Secondly, I read for like 5 pages and I'm asleep.
Yep.
You know,
That
and,
old
like,
man shit.
Yeah, that's old man shit.
So I am
A pair of glasses, put them down on your nose, and just sit back.
I am going on a vacation later this month, so I plan on taking some reading material there and
Gotcha.
Fall asleep.
and fall asleep.
Yeah, I
Get some
mean,
good rest.
Yeah.
my biggest shame is that I'll sit there in my basement watching TV and look over at my bookshelf. Like, man, I really need to read those one day. And then turn over and just keep switching channels. But nah, that's it, man.
That's it?
It's been great. It's just been I've been enjoying like catching up on different media and just doing stupid shit. Now I'm trying to get back into a health kick and be nice and healthy and whatever.
Yeah, so let me chime in on that real quick. I'm getting ready. I think I feel like every time I turn around, you get like they're canceling Pepe Le Pew now, and like what I mean.
He was never good.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I think as a kid, everybody knew he was a creep.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't the hero.
Did we
like, when
need
I was
to cancel him
when
to
I was,
point out that he was a creep?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it wasn't like you were like, yeah, get that bitch. You know, like, you know what I
You
mean?
didn't?
Like you were always like, man, he's such a fucking creep. And like it was like a cat and mouse kind of thing, right? Like but cat and skunk. I say that to say this. I'm getting ready to cancel all the superhero movies.
Oh.
What?
First you canceled Star Wars, now he's canceling superhero movies.
No, I couldn't cancel Star Wars. I'm not. But I'm like the same way they're canceling Pepe Le Pew. I'm going to cancel all the superhero movies. I'm going to tell you why. I had a whole large pizza myself last night.
I see that you have 3 boxes up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't eat all 3, but I had one to myself. And then this morning I woke up and saw a Justice League trailer and felt shitty about my body after watching all the trailer. And so then I'm like, you know what? They should pay the penance for the way I feel about this. I could dedicate myself to diet and exercise, but who's got the time? Let's fucking sue them and cancel them and move ahead that way.
You'll win that case too.
Yeah, probably.
You'll definitely win that case.
Probably. Be like, look what I have to watch.
Yeah.
Like, how am I supposed
Body
to?
shame.
Yeah.
I'm an average man. I've got kids.
yeah.
Dad pod.
They're like, yeah, you have kids, but you didn't give birth to kids. Like, not the point.
They're mine.
Overruled.
Yeah, I just start saying shit I don't know. I'm like, objection. They're like, you're not even in court. We're just having a conversation about it. I'm like, overruled. Approach the bench. But yeah, fucking, I too got HBO for Wonder Woman. And I too will, at this point, if they maintain this level of content, will never get rid of it.
Absolutely.
It's fucking top shelf. Watch them sit on there this week. That I'm like, fuck, man, that shit's good. To tie it into Chris couldn't be here today. I wanted to tie it into something that you said. He had he's going to have a busy week. He had a death in the family, so he's he's got other obligations.
Like Batman.
Yeah. We wish him the very best. The thoughts and prayers are with him, and no one in the immediate family, but just so the people aren't worried. But we wish him the very best. Thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. Also, he's from Alabama, so he knows tons of cousins and all sorts of, that
Gotcha.
goes.
Gotcha.
That goes. Joe, how was your nerd week?
Dude, do you finish the Mormon murders?
Mm-hmm. So,
Bro.
Let me clean that up real quick, because I don't know if you listened to last week's show back. I cut everything I said about it out because I hadn't finished the show, and I had the show completely fucked up. Because I'd only watched the first episode. Where
You only watched the first couple.
Where they frame it. You come to find out it's all bullshit. The first episode is all bullshit. It's like the
Mormon
second
murders.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Dude, did you enjoy?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I do think that probably could have done it in a lot less time. But
It didn't feel dragged out. Maybe because I was doing stuff within the
and
background.
it's only 3 episodes.
It wasn't that long.
Yeah, it's not that long. So, but I think it could have been one movie. That being said, I did enjoy it, and
I enjoyed it a lot.
It
was a ride.
So I talked to our mutual friend
Uh-huh.
that has a Mormon past. I don't want to speak for him. Mm-hmm. And he said it's a shame they didn't touch on, his words, not mine, the Mormon Mafia.
The Mormon Mafia?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Somebody's going to come up on here and talk about the Mormon Mafia.
I would love to hear more about it.
But so this happened in the 80s or 70s or something?
Yeah, 80s. Let me give the premise real quick.
Please do.
Don't give anything away if you're going to watch it. Because
yeah, but it's hard not to give it.
See, for me, I wasn't here. I wasn't in America. So I didn't know this thing existed at all.
So I was in America. I had no idea it existed.
Yeah, so everything on here was new to me. I had no idea this.
But we talked on here before, if that shit's not on the East Coast, it's not even in this country.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
It's so true. It sounds crazy, but
it was a big deal.
Those California forest fires and shit. I'm always yeah, but have you heard about what's going on in fucking Australia?
What about the Bay? The Bay is polluted.
Yeah, save the Bay, bro.
Save the Bay.
Yeah. But it's fucked up. I don't know why it seems that way. I mean, it's a big ass country, but But yeah, so the general premise is that there is a guy who is a forger of sorts. He forges some documents that are religious in nature, and stuff about his forgery starts to come out. So he starts killing motherfuckers.
Sounds like the history of
so
the Bible.
you just spoiled the entire movie.
Yeah, but it's
because I didn't know. See, that's the thing. It wasn't framed that way, and it wasn't till towards the end that it was like that. That's the twist.
So
just give away the twist, bro.
Is it one movie or
it's 3 shows?
3 short episodes.
But I think it's probably more interesting to watch it knowing the outcome.
I think it was interesting for me because I didn't know where it was going.
See, because I was confused.
I was confused.
By the time I got to the ending, I was like, wait, I feel like I got to watch this over because I've been looking at it through the wrong lens.
I knew that halfway through. Oh no, this is about something else.
See, and I wasn't watching it super studiously either because I was doing other shit. I kind of had it on in the background, but it was good. I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
and it's fine. I'll still check it out because I spend literally no less than 2.5 hours online on YouTube looking at spoilers and shit all the time. So I really don't care about spoilers.
Yeah. Okay.
It never once have I decided not to go see something except for New Mutants after watching spoilers.
Dude,
no, I don't think I think I've not watched it because of spoilers. I already know what's going to happen, but I've definitely watched things with spoilers, and I think I always enjoy it more if I didn't know what was going to happen.
I got
personally, but I know everyone's different in that respect.
Yeah, sometimes I just got to see how good or how bad something is. For X-Men Apocalypse, I had to see how bad it was. I knew exactly what was going to happen, but it's it can't be that bad. And then, shame on me.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, sometimes, Star Wars for me, for instance, I knew everything that was going to happen in Episode 8 before I saw it. Hated it on paper, loved it on screen. I knew everything that was going to happen in Episode 9 before Episode 9. Thought it might be okay on paper. Hated it on screen. Wow. I think that getting an idea for what the story is and seeing how the story is presented, it has the potential to be night and day.
I mean, it goes back to Sixth Sense. Right? If you knew it was dead all along, you watch the movie a completely different way.
That's a good point.
It was definitely important. You didn't know.
Yeah, yes. There are some movies where it is super important not to know.
Yeah, I think this one I can still watch it with. Still enjoy it.
It's very because it's interesting. It's the real life shit, and
Yeah, any way to take the Mormons down a peg, I'm good for it. That's fine.
Yeah, so that's what I thought this was going to be, and and it wasn't. To be fair,
Yeah, I mean it's neutral.
yeah, it's neutral.
It's neutral on their part.
Yeah,
Because at first, like, it's framed in such a way you think they have some shifty thing to do with it.
dude. One of the things, like one of the documents they said, like, and look, I'm not. I mean, and it was one of the forged documents was that it was like that Joseph Smith wasn't spoken to by an angel; he was spoken to by a little white salamander.
Yes.
Dude. That shit was so fucking funny.
He was a
man.
troll. That guy was a fucking troll.
Yeah, he was a troll. Like, it was so like I couldn't stop laughing, and then like I was like, I want to see like stained glass religious art of this salamander
with the little whiskers on his face.
Murder Among the Mormons.
just standing up on his hind legs.
Do they do that? I don't even know what salamanders. I know they swim. They're like
little
amphibious.
lizards.
Yeah, and they get like little tassels on their head.
Yeah. But that, I mean,
They're cute.
Look, if the motherfucker can talk, he can surely stand on his hind legs. You know,
Not to be confused with a newt, by the way.
yeah.
Both amphibious. But
Oh, excuse me, Richard Rick.
I have newts.
I love animals, man. I had so many growing up.
I love animals.
I love turtles and animals.
How many animals did you have growing up?
Oh shit, a lot. I had a shit ton, and that's not even exaggeration. Like we would find shit. Like we'd find a garter snake or a box turtle, or we go to the creek and get some fish, or crayfish. We'd get everything. We had dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, gerbils, fucking what else? Anything. Birds. We had
Holy shit!
lizards, frogs, toads.
I mean, that's why you didn't catch COVID. You already caught everything.
Yeah, we had like literally we had almost every kind of pet that you can have.
And you grew up in Colombia?
For the most part, yeah.
That's where all these animals were living?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
When I lived in Baltimore, we had a lot more.
Wait. What fucking creek were you going to in Baltimore?
You know the one over in Woodline? Baltimore County.
Oh, Baltimore County. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
not
okay,
Baltimore
okay,
City.
okay,
So
okay,
you know
okay.
that cemetery?
Yeah, up on the hill.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we would go there feed the ducks, but you can go further down by the bridge. And
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know you grew up so close to like Woodlawn, Social Security area. Like I know that area very well. Dogwood.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that place is very close to my heart, and and then before that, Ricerstown. That's where we had a bunch of rabbits and stuff, Ricerstown Road and stuff like that. So it was just we literally had all these animals, and it's just wild. I think the one thing we didn't have was a dog, and I didn't get a dog until we moved to Columbia. I was an adult, so.
It's probably the most responsibility.
Yeah.
Everything else, like, it's a frog, just toss it.
Yeah, I would not have done well with a dog.
That there's a New York Fried that used to be up there on that same street too.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I used to be able to go. You could go in a New York Fried. Two things I want to say about New York Fried. New York Fried chicken is like a chicken box. And I don't even know. Do other cities have the chicken box like Baltimore does?
I don't know because I feel like Baltimore's the only place that has New York fried chicken.
Well, I mean, that's Kennedy's fried chicken.
Yeah.
And none of the people in New York Fried look like they're from New York.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Unless New York is a small town in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly.
But like anyway, they like you could get a chicken box, which is like I think it's a Baltimore thing because I don't see it anywhere else. But it was like depending on what chicken spot you go to, 2 to 4 wings in a box with a layer of fries underneath and a biscuit,
maybe a half and half.
And usually the locals will get a half and half. I can't stand fuking tea.
I love half and half. Half and half's a
Half
shit,
and half is
man.
good.
I love half and half.
I'm not a big tea person.
You probably call it an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, there's a white guy. No Palmer.
No,
Fuck out your name out of my fucking drink.
So I definitely knew it as a half and half, but I would always just get a soda. But it was $3. You could buy a cassette single for the same amount as it was $3.49 for a fucking chicken box.
Explain to the people what a cassette single is.
Exactly.
But anyway, I mean, I love New York Fried. People talk shit about it because it's like the lowest common denominator
Hey,
of chicken
man,
box.
it's
But
still
like,
good,
I
you
love
know
New
what?
York Fried.
The same people go to McDonald's too, so whatever.
Yeah, I'd eat the chicken and then I would put the ketchup in and then shake the box up for the fries and eat the fries with a fork. Was like my go-to.
Damn, that gives back memories.
Yeah.
When I ate meat. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Dude, you are woke as fuck.
Dude, I cannot how many animals.
Oh, it all
It
tying
comes
together.
full circle. I'm being haunted by the ghosts of the pets I killed.
I wonder if that's why you didn't get COVID because the bats looked out for you.
That's
Like,
true.
the
That's
bat
true.
spirit.
You know what? That could be it. Like, you know what? This one's good. This one, he's good.
How do you get enough protein out of your meat? I don't understand.
Plant-based protein. Yeah.
You're Eve Ventura.
What is that?
Eve Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Quest stuff is made of, but I just found their Quest chips. They're like tortilla chips. They taste fucking great, and it's like 20 grams of protein a pack.
Really?
Quest chips?
Yeah, it's like a little bag, but it's like 20 grams of protein in
Shit,
there
I
for
gotta get
150
that.
calories. It's like a protein bar in the form of a bag of chips.
I got to get on these.
Yeah, we just found them this week.
Holy crap.
Someone told him about it. I finished JoJo Part 5. So I'm ready for Part 6. You don't watch JoJo. You would hate it, I'm sure. Not because you hate anime and it's outlandish anime, which is your favorite kind. But like the creator of JoJo loves music.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of characters are named after musicians or bands. But it's funny because of copyrights. When they retranslate it back into English, they would say a different name.
That's interesting.
So, but all of the names are spoken in English and Japanese. So if you watch the sub, like you speak in Japanese, and all of a sudden you would hear Green Day, but on the screen it'll say Green Chase.
Nice.
It's I don't know who this
I
decision
wonder
of that.
why that. How that? I mean, I guess international.
Because
law.
Purple Haze is a character on there.
Okay.
And they changed it to like Purple Smoke or some shit like that.
Oh, but that might be a drug thing. That might be.
But there's all the band names.
Okay. It's
Like
Purple-
Spice Girl is Spice Lady.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I say all that to say this: Spice Girl, the character, kicked the ass of Notorious B.I.G. the character. So you would definitely hate that.
Yeah, but I mean, one of them was Sporty Spice, so I guess she's athletic. To be fair,
There you go. Yeah.
And
Fair enough.
Biggie wasn't.
Biggie wasn't, but he was huge. Like he's like the ogre in Grimm's Keep. Like you don't let him get a grip on you.
Did you think like rappers have some cardio gains with like being
Yeah,
able
with
to
the
talk?
breath control.
Yeah, because otherwise I get winded talking sometimes.
Like it used to
mean-
always stress me out to watch Pun talk. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah, that's the thing.
Bro.
That's the thing about it is I don't fuck around.
That sounds like a fucking
Can't
George
stand.
Lucas.
Like I would hate hearing him take that breath. Like, bro, you
Dude, it
are
sounded
in a
like
microphone like
sleep
for your
apnea.
profession. You have to know what you sound like.
every breath he took was like the last drink of milkshake you take.
Dude, I don't know
Probably
which
what his breathing
song was
felt
it. On one of Eminem's song, like I heard his breath once between lines, and I couldn't stop hearing it. I could hear every breath in that fucking song. I'm like, oh no, this is ruined.
Yeah, that's one of the worst things when you hear somebody. Think,
I was like, no, remember the Chocolate Rain guy? Now I get it.
yeah, when he
When he
was.
was singing and he turns away,
Yep.
and it looks weird on screen, but now, he was taking a breath off the fucking.
He was ahead of his time. That dude's a
dude,
legend.
Courtesy.
But you know, Pun, like, I still to this day, every time I mention his name, I gotta say, dead in the middle of little did we know that we riddled some middle didn't do diddly. Like, I remember as a kid, like, yeah. I just be like, what did he say? God bless.
Well, I mean, that led to mumble rap at some point. Somehow.
I don't know.
It
Now, they
degraded-
had
it
to dumb
degraded
down
into it.
lyrics after Pun. They were like, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. That's all we can do for you now.
Dude, I remember talking to my buddy Troy, and he was like, why is it when I'm walking to the store, if there is more than 3 dudes on the porch, one of them is shaking back and forth, going waka flocka.
I can see it in my head.
So funny.
Yeah. For anime night, we watch The Shape of Voice. It's heavy. I enjoyed it, maybe because it has to deal with some mental health aspect to it. I don't know if it was meant for kids, but I can imagine more mature kids watching it. But like, it's about this group of high school kids. It starts off with them in elementary school, and one girl is deaf, and she got bullied the fuck out of.
Until she couldn't hear it.
Until
Now,
she-
damn, you beat me to it.
See, you were that kid. You were that fucking kid.
I'd be
Could you imagine bullying somebody and they're deaf? You're like, oh, you can't hear me? I'm going to learn sign language just to bully you.
how do you laugh at sign language?
You guys should not watch this movie. And I enjoyed it a lot. This the girl got bullied so much, like she had to leave school, and then one of the kids grew into high school now, and like grew up mentally, and was like, oh man, I fucked up, and it's about dealing with that.
That's a good question. Is there anybody that you treated away in high school that you regret?
I was the bullied one. Well,
I mean, I think most kids have found themselves on both ends of being picked on and picking on somebody. I think most kids. Depending on where your like echelon was, wherever it was socially, but even in your small social group, there's usually like the omega dog of the group, and you know what I mean, like the one that's I mean, it just usually naturally happens. Like even on you're a team at work, there's always one that you're like that's the one you whip.
I'm about to say it's happened more with me as an adult out of high school than in high school. I think in high school I was definitely what I guess considered a loner because I was cool with everybody, but not to the point where I'm best friends. I had my group of loners, but and that was a weird thing. But I was cool with everybody, so I didn't find myself picking on people. And for me, it would never sit right with me personally to do that.
It doesn't have to be picking on somebody too to have somebody that you mistreated.
Yeah, well, I don't think I mistreated anybody. It's probably somebody listening like that asshole. But
dude, you were always meant to be a vegetarian, man.
Namaste, man. Namaste. Bro, be like water, bro.
Fucking zen.
Oh, you put water on the pot, it becomes a pot.
He does it better than me.
That shit is funny, man. That shit works every time.
It's girls, man. There's a couple ex-girlfriends I feel like I could have done better with like a breakup. But
yeah.
I didn't treat them bad per se, but
that,
but I can see from their end that like it's not good.
So I definitely have I have two girls that I regret the way I could probably go down a really twisted road there. Plenty of girls that I've mistreated, but and then the fear of being canceled, I'll just keep it to. But like, there's this one that this girl I was dating, Elizabeth, for a long time, and she started going crazy a little bit on me, but I spent a lot of money on her for. This sounds so terrible. Yeah, but
we're kids. We're kids.
13 years old.
Yeah, we're fucking kids. 13 is fucking kids.
I lost my virginity to this girl.
Mortal Kombat girl.
Yeah. And it's gonna come up. We're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat here in a bit.
How can you will forever never be able to forget this girl as long as there's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, so I'll tell that story to you just in case. So the night I lost my virginity to this girl, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like I had no intention of it going down, but it went down. And it happened. We both lost our virginity that night, and I remember running home. I had my headphones on, and the Mortal Kombat tape was in. And I was
Mortal Kombat tape was in.
It was 3:00 in the morning, and I'm running around Lake Elkhorn going, Mortal Kombat!
Evan Austin.
You just get laid and you have Mortal Kombat.
I'll tell you what, that song is longer than how I lasted. I can tell you that much. And I'll tell you,
which one is more bloody though?
So I was just getting ready to say I thought I had a fatality performed on me when I.
Oh, you killed the pussy.
Oh, I thought the pussy killed me. I'll be honest with you. It was actually funny. I remember, this is real talk. People, a lot of people know this feeling that they just people choose not to talk about it for manners or whatever. But I remember, I came home. I was out all night, right? So I came home, went to sleep. I woke up, I hadn't taken a shower, and I remember looking at my joint and being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I grew up in the AIDS era. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
I remember.
I grew up in the AIDS era. I was looking at my dick oh my god, it happened. And I was like, oh no, because of the. Wow.
I clicked.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't even know. Oh, all right, sounds fucked up. But I was also 13 years old. I spent a lot of money on her for Christmas. And she didn't really, I think she got me a tape or something. She didn't really get down in the bag department. So Valentine's, around January, I knew I was going to break up with her. But but February is right around the corner, and I kind of got the short end of the stick on the gifts, you know. So I was kind of pushing that, man. Like, man, it'd be nice to kind of get a nicer gift for Valentine's Day. So I got her to buy me a pair of Timbs, and I broke up with her.
I see nothing wrong with what you did.
Yeah, beef and broccoli, and there's a fact. And then this other girl, I don't. It was a misunderstanding, but like I'm like you. I got along with everybody. I talked to everybody. Like I'm a mover and a shaker in a room. Like I'm a social butterfly. And I was very nice to her, and I don't think a lot of people had been. She's like a goth girl, and but I didn't have any problem with that shit. I liked Marilyn Manson too, so
Cure.
I liked her. I liked her a lot, like as a person, and I thought she was interesting and had an interesting point of view. So I would talk to her and shit. And then I never told her I had a girlfriend, but only because it didn't come up.
You weren't hiding it. It just
Correct.
Anything but to mention it.
Correct. And I had no interest at the time of chasing this girl, sexually at all.
Mm-hmm. Just friends.
Yeah, she was a cool friend. I ever tell you that story? I'll tell you that story next. This is a fun day. But like,
I got no news. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. We had 2 notes. So, anyway, she was talking to another girl about how much she liked me and stuff, and like we always laughed together and joked together and this and that. And then the girl was like, "Well, he's got a girlfriend," and then she felt like I had been leading her on, and then I ended up just being another person in her life that she felt like was mistreating.
That was her supervillain origin story right there. Shit's it.
And I regret that. Like, not that I necessarily did anything wrong, but I just regret how the cookie crumbled on that one.
Yeah, usually it's the other way around. But also, it's cool that you had that perspective from that side, because there's usually, with all my female friends, that's a complaint females have in general. It's like, I can't be nice to a guy without thinking that I want to sleep with him, or they want to sleep with me. Mm-hmm. I can't just be friends with dude. I'm like, unfortunately,
and you
that's
literally,
true.
You weren't even thinking about that. Yeah. So I think that it's weird because, like you said, most girls have the opposite issue, or the guy is intentionally keeping it from them, but you were genuinely like, no, this is just a cool person. Like, you treated her like one of the guys, so to speak.
Yeah, so. But she wasn't. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've only given that to one lady in my life that's like one of the guys, and I've never met another woman like her.
I almost said something.
Well, so here's the thing. Also, like, I don't really believe in friendships between men and women.
It's hard.
Based on that. It's like 1 in a million chance.
Yeah.
Because every time a girl's nice to a dude, the dude's like, oh, I can hit it.
Yeah, and I always tell my male friends, like, they're like, no, I got plenty of female friends, and I'm like, yeah, which ones wouldn't you fuck? And they're like,
yeah. I'll tell you what,
and like
at 34, I'm seeing that more now.
As long as that energy is there, it's always different.
It's always something even subconsciously.
Always different. Yeah. And anyway, I forget how. Oh, cool friend. So, a buddy of mine cheated on his girl all the time, and during MySpace, she went through his MySpace and like found all these girls that he was friends with, and he was like, she lost her mind. He had cheated on her a gang of times, and they were like, who is this bitch and this bitch and this bitch? And he's like, they're just some cool friends. They're just some cool friends.
Just some cool friends.
Just some cool friends. So like we used to say it all the time, whenever But anyway, continue.
Yeah. So I mean, I because I was bullied so much, I don't think I would ever have it in me to bully somebody. And bullying, like when I see bullying, even like fictionally, it really fucking riles me up inside.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever bullied anybody.
Mistreated, like unintentionally,
But I've definitely done some undesirable shit to people, like that I regret, but never like. To me, a bully is
never
like
really maliciously trying to make someone's life hell.
To me, a power is an ingredient to bullying, right? Like I am on a different level of power than you.
Usually, it's physical.
Correct.
When it's with dudes, at least.
Correct. So therefore, I'm going to act a way that I wouldn't necessarily act with someone that the scales were inverted. I've never done that. I've never been like, this dude's smaller than me, so I'm gonna pick on him.
Right.
Like physically pick on him. Like he might be smaller than me So I might just pick on him for being small.
Yeah.
You know, and when I mean pick on him, I mean crack a joke.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? But like, I would never be like, yeah, I'm going to throw my weight around on
You're
this dude.
not imposing your physical dominance on him.
Correct. Where I'm more likely to do it the other way. You know, like,
Someone bigger.
when Robert was here.
Oh,
You know, and I'm like,
poor guy.
And I'm like,
This guy attacked him.
None
He put a grown man on the ground.
None of these.
Oh, man.
None of
So
these.
you're an adult bully.
Yes. He pushed Robert D into a table and then fell over.
So,
Wait, MySpace is still a thing.
It's still a
I was
thing.
literally just looking it up when you said that.
dude, MySpace and Beirut still kicking. Shout out to all the Beirut listeners. So the thing is when I'm around, like when Robert was over here that night, and like he was like, he's a touchy, grabby, like, inside of your ATM bubble kind of dude. And I don't mean ass to mouth. I mean like,
I wanted you to clarify that because I knew what you meant.
The automated television.
yeah. After a while, the idea of it started to push my buttons, like to turn me on, so to speak. Like where I'd be like, man, you're a big dude, man. You probably would be fun to fight. Like that's how my mind started to go.
It was like in Fight Club when they're talking about who they want to fight.
Yeah,
I fight Lincoln, tall, skinny dude.
I'm much more likely to go that way than the other way. But like I pick on people all the time, but it's not like it's not
good
malicious.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, I picked on that dude yesterday. I don't know who that dude is, by the way, but I picked his shirt was little as fuck, and I was like,
I wear little shirts, bro.
I was like, did you buy that from DJ? And he's like, yeah, and I was like, is he gonna get you the rest of the sleeves? Or was it cheaper? These dudes, these little shirts. Now I'm on the shirt kick for a second. This other dude I know, just do jacket. He had a shirt. It's the best time I've ever seen anybody lean into a joke. Like somebody made a joke at his expense, and he just bought into it. He had a shirt with one of them pockets on the chest that's like small as fuck. Like you couldn't fold up this piece of paper and put it in there. You know what I mean? And so he came into the kitchen, we were hanging out, and he had some wings that he was going to heat up. They were like barbecue wings. So he got a plate out, and he's taking the wings out of the box and putting them on the plate. And I was like, hey, man, what the fuck's that little stupid pocket for? And he's like, this one? Oh, you just put a wing in it. And he just dropped a barbecue wing right into his little...
Mad props.
That's commitment.
Completely ruined the shirt.
Yeah.
But just leaned into the joke and made,
That's
and owned it. I was like, damn, man, like that's... Like it completely de-armed me. I had nothing. Like he walked out of there, he bullied me.
You like to bully... people's display cases, as I saw this past Dummies episode.
Yeah, what you didn't see is what got cut out. I mean, you did see it.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you like to bully people.
Yeah, that one I had to make an edit on. I had the video that went up Saturday. My face was fucking in it. I had to take it down, recut it, and put it back up. It had 85 views, but because I was reading something off my phone to make a point. And the camera's looking at it. I just had my fucking mask up here, and usually I just put some shit over top of it. But I was like off by like a second, and then like here's my dumb ass fucking camera. Fucking shit's live. I'm seeing the numbers go like, and I hear my like, yeah, and then so I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, but I mean,
you think you'd be used to it by now after 6 years or some.
It's just like you get sloppy, man. Especially when I got a lot going on, which I do now. Like just because I'm getting ready to go away, so I'm trying to like, have shit to roll out for when I'm gone. I make sloppy mistakes,
It's all good. It happens. I was only 83 of those views, so I don't know where the other one came from.
Oh, well, good. That makes me feel a lot better because I was like, man, but I didn't really get too much of it. And then I panicked and I'm trying to fucking turn it off. I ended up turning off the Dummies one by accident. Had to turn that one back on and turn so it was a whole thing. But
I wonder if Bruce Wayne has to deal with that kind of shit.
No, he's too smart for that shit.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
Yeah.
What if year one Bruce Wayne though?
I remember the people.
Yeah,
that's
he
fair.
did that stupid shit. Year one Bruce.
Dude, you know how like sometimes when people, you guys don't work retail, you don't know. Sometimes people are talking to you and instead of speaking louder, they take the mask down.
Yeah,
and I went back the fuck up. Dude, why are you attacking me, man? Like, they take the mask down to talk at me. I'm like, bro,
no, I can hear you.
Just be louder.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got caught off guard when he was Batman and somebody yelled, Bruce Wayne. He was like, huh?
Oh, yeah. Someone's like, Wayne Enterprise. Oh, huh? Yes.
He's like, hey, Bruce Wayne is like, everybody looks at him. He's like, I was just trying to say, I've never seen him either. I thought you found him. I was just kind of check him out real quick.
I can't breathe in this fucking thing.
Oh, you guys knew all along.
Probably the best depiction of Batman I've seen
Dude.
online. Like I would
fucking
I would
love
watch
it.
like a movie with that guy doing like
Yeah, like instead of Lego Batman, it's like that guy Batman. A whole movie.
It's great.
And I don't know if you're a big gamer or not, but I played a good one. It's not that new. It's called A Way Out. It's only like maybe 6 or 7 hours.
He plays
That's a
Get
short
Out.
game.
Huh?
Exactly. Get out. It wasn't a fun game. It was. You could say it was a life or death thing.
I think if it was in a movie form, you would really enjoy it, Bobby. So you have to play it with somebody else. It's a 2-player game specifically.
Okay.
There's 2 characters.
My kids are idiots. They wouldn't get it.
You start off. You both did some shit. You're both in jail, serious prison time. You find out you have the same guy that you have a grudge against, and you guys formulate a plan. And as you play the game, you're trying to. The game is called Way Out. You're trying to break out of prison, and then you do, and then you guys have an adventure together. And then the voice acting, the script, the pacing is fucking great, and the ending. The
Got good
ending
ratings.
is really fucking good. Is
Apparently
that good rating? You looking it up?
Yeah, it's got
Dude,
good
yeah,
ratings.
you can play with a rando online. It doesn't matter because you don't have to make decisions, right? So like you just need someone to take control of the other character, and you can play at least twice, once as each character because they do a little bit different things. But the story and the acting like is really good. Like it had me captivated.
So you're playing against your
The computer.
enemy, basically. Oh, you're playing with your enemy.
No, like. You guys aren't cellmates. You guys are like next door to each other, cells-wise,
Gotcha.
and you guys formulate a plan. Like one night you would do something to like dig a hole, and the next night you would make the hole a little bit bigger. Like so, you're working together with the person you're playing with against the computer.
Now, is it choose your own adventure, like Nancy Drew type stuff, or is it?
No, there is a point where you can make some decisions, but it's pretty linear progression. So
6
because
hours. That's not a bad play. If it's 6 hours, you can
like
knock that out.
6-7 hours maybe. Like if you just sat and play through it, and once you've beaten a chapter, you can pick up with anybody else because like you're not dependent on whoever's playing. Like once you beat a chapter, you can stop playing for the night, sign on to the next day, go to that chapter, and then find someone else who's playing that chapter.
Bet. Okay, cool. See, I need to
So
I
you're
need
not
to get
locked
into that because I'm trying to find different games. Now, to be fair, I haven't played the Miles Morales Spider-Man yet. That's in my queue because, sorry to cut you off, but part of my nerd year was I was replaying the Batman Arkham series.
Shit's so good.
So I have to do Arkham Knight, and that's the last one before the next one drops. I think they got one coming out this year or something.
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arkham
they're
Knights
gonna
or
milk it
something,
forever.
some shit like that. It's got all of them in it.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's like it's the one where like Batman is dead. Or
Yeah,
whatever. Okay, yeah,
Arkham Warriors or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But so I've been doing that. So I'm trying to line up some games to play in my queue, but I have it saved on my phone now. So
Yeah, because like as much as I love open world games like that, I like both kinds of games. Open worlds let me like be immersed and just play and spend hours in this new universe. But like for a good, compelling story, I kind of liked the linear because you're not distracted. The pacing is there. It's like watching a movie. Like you don't want to just take piss breaks all the time or like stop to like do something else and come back to watch it.
Yeah.
So I like the linear story where you're not distracted and like the emotional beats hits you.
I want to check
But
that
yeah,
out.
I'll wait for anybody who likes story-driven games out there. I highly recommend. I don't talk about games too much on here, so when I do, like it's really good. And lastly, our stream has been picking up more somewhat, so we've been streaming longer. I still see Nerd Rage people in there, like Arik is one of them. Calico Kid's been subbing for 11 months, almost a year.
Nice.
So like,
He's a good dude.
Thanks for all of you who show up. We don't ask for follows or subs. We don't need any money from you. Like just stop by and say hi, man. It's great to see everybody. And that's my Nerd Week.
Nice. Let's see. I have a couple things. So I watched Coming to America.
I did watch that. Second one.
Coming to America 2.
Yes.
No.
Oh, the
Oh.
Coming to.
Oh.
yes,
America.
Coming to, weird that they did that, but okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean,
So what did you think?
About it. I will say the one thing that is undeniable, almost across the board, is that everyone aged very gracefully, with the exception of like
one person, and everybody's in agreement as to who that. So guess. Take a guess. Take a guess.
I mean, black don't crack.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So follow that through. Follow that through. Follow that thought.
I mean, obviously not a black guy.
It's so your statement is true. It is not a black guy.
I'm trying to think of the best way to.
His wife,
Oh,
Yeah.
light skin.
Yeah.
I got somebody let Drake know that waffle shit ain't gonna last.
I'm telling you, it's like wild.
it's like wild. It's like one
wild.
of these things aren't like the others.
Because you see all these people who, have, like I said, age gracefully.
Yeah.
You know, and
I mean,
you
like,
see
yeah,
her, and it's like, wow.
I mean, like even James Earl Jones,
He's
looks
like
great.
90.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been old forever.
Yeah.
Too.
And
He's been
he's like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
old forever.
old forever.
yeah.
He's been old since since I was a kid. He was old.
Yeah. So I agree with you there. I got a number of issues with this fucking thing.
Did you enjoy?
That's actually an interesting question. I think I did. Enjoy it.
I mean, for me, entertainment wise, first and foremost, if you enjoyed it,
Yeah, but like when I enjoy it, and then I'm like, but it also sucks.
You get mad at yourself, but it's like it's still one of those things. Like
I like seeing them together
Yeah,
again. It
I think
felt
that
good to
you
see them
enjoyed it. It's
together again. It
nostalgia.
felt good to be back in the barbershop.
But what did you expect? I think you have to check your expectations.
So
of
I'll be
these
fair. I
movies.
didn't have any expectations.
Okay.
I didn't have any
That's good.
expectations. But I'll tell you what I didn't like about it after watching it was, I think it probably would have been better to go to America and deal with the baby mama son situation
instead of bringing them back to Africa.
instead of bringing them back to Africa and then basically retreading the entire plot from the first one again with the son.
Yeah, I can see how that would have been better. It's it's not really coming to America. It's visiting America and
coming
going
to
back
Africa.
home.
Yeah, it's good going back to Africa.
Yeah, they knew they did it the right way. But at least they had a choice. But
So, so I'll tell you what else I didn't like about it. I don't think they approached it seriously. And of course it's a comedy, and of course the first one is a comedy, but the first one is played like real. Like these are real characters in a funny set of circumstances. This is played like they're goofy characters in goofy circumstances. Like it almost seems self-aware. Like it seems
almost like a caricature of the first one, which was already a comedy.
I've been calling it a parody of the first one.
I got that vibe.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna shoot it a little bit of bail. I did enjoy it.
yeah.
Just because I liked seeing the barbershop again. I liked,
I mean, a lot of nostalgia things are like that. A lot of things are being brought back from the 80s.
You know what's
you just want to see them.
Yeah.
So there is this whole thing coming up about sexual assault with it. I'm not sure if you've seen this. Like a Twitter rage.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, because Eddie was drugged. So the woman that he meets in New York blows secondhand weed smoke in him, and he kind of takes him out of sorts, and then she kind of takes advantage of him.
But it was the 80s. Everybody was getting.
Yeah,
That was Bill Cosby's heyday. So, I mean,
yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's the 80s, so you can't really. I don't know.
So my thing with it is like, what's interesting to me about it is like people are worked up about this, and it is like a dude getting taken advantage of, which doesn't seem to be like normal Twitter rage.
See what Cardi B says about that shit.
Yeah, dude, that'll be better than anything anybody on Twitter says. I guarantee that shit. But then the second thing that's interesting to me about it is there's this whole joke shit about trans people in the barbershop.
Really?
Yeah, where like the one barber's like, I had a grandson, now it's my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
You know about that? They can make a dick into a vagina these days. Science.
I thought that was funny. I thought that shit was funny.
I think that's. Wait, what's wrong with that?
No, so I don't think there's anything
But
word
he
with
even
it.
said, he was like, but it's okay. I love him. He said
He does
something
make
like
a point
that.
to say
Yeah.
that, and it's almost like, and that is how it is kind of addressed. And to me, it was a smart way of addressing something like that. But it was, but it's not that anything's wrong with it. What I find surprising is that the Twitter rage didn't go to that. If it was going to go to anything, and it didn't go to that, and instead went to Eddie Murphy getting weed smoke blown on him to be raped.
I'm more okay with that. I mean, that makes sense to me personally.
Well, for me, they're both stupid because you're not getting raped off weed smoke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you're just getting horny on weed anyway. You want to, but like, yeah, because like I didn't watch it, but like, if that scene with the trans people is exactly like you described. That's normalizing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And saying it's perfectly good. So,
And you can't really get mad about it at that point. Yeah.
you can't.
But
If
it's
you're mad at it,
definite-
then you're something wrong with you.
But when they say it though, like the two African dudes, right? The Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, who I also think they 100% hate each other watching this movie.
Really? In
I
real
do.
life?
I do.
Huh.
I do.
No chemistry.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
I wonder why.
And it look like I.
You want a documentary on it,
watching
don't
it?
you?
I think they said cut, and they both went to separate corners.
No shit.
I do. That's just my gut feeling from watching it.
Like the Mythbusters
I heard somebody
people.
else say it too recently on a podcast where I was like, I felt the same fucking way. But when they say it, right? I used to have a granddaughter. Now it's grandson, like or whatever. However they say it, like they both go like this. What? Fuck. Like and it, like. And like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with it either, and I think it actually is a very normal look at how people talk. But I don't think oftentimes people want a normal look at how people talk. They want a very picturesque look of how people talk that may not be real or accurate to reality. And I think it's great that they didn't zero in on it, but I just think it's weird that they didn't zero in on that, but they kind of zeroed in on this, that you kind of got to put pieces together and then see if it even makes sense, and it does. Whereas this one was like really blatantly in your face.
Yeah.
I also laughed my ass off at one part of it. So there's this one character that's quite possibly racist. But it's like a Rafiki type character.
Oh yeah.
And
I know which one you're talking. Yeah.
it's like the medicine man of the castle, right? Of the kings, all the king's men and all the kings.
The shaman, if you will.
Yes, if you will. A lot of things that shake, and a lot of beads and feathers out of the hair, and you know what I mean. The whole bit. It's an ensemble of moving pieces, like to this costume, along with some quirky, mannerisms and.
That was Arsenio, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I was trying to. I think it was Arsenio.
I would believe it, but physical comedy, very much in that bag. And at one point, he comes out and does this whole thing, and Wesley Snipes goes, "Whose auntie is this?"
That shit was so funny.
I didn't realize how much I missed seeing Wesley Snipes on TV.
I know.
In movies. Till
He's
that
good,
movie.
right?
He is
He's
good.
He's a good comedic timing too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he threw himself into that role for better or worse about the whole thing. He was into that whole role,
And he's
like,
pretty believable. He kind of
Yeah.
plays it straightforward.
Yep.
He kind of got it right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was in I think that he got put into a lot of movies that aren't very great. But he's in this movie. I think it's called Brooklyn's Finest. Like this movie I always talk about. That's like great that nobody's ever seen.
I've seen that.
I heard of it.
I've at least heard of it. Yeah.
It's him. Like it's like three cops. You follow them at different points in their career. Ethan Hawke, Richard Gere, Don Cheadle, who I'm a huge fan of.
You have to say that just because Evan's here.
Well, no,
Right?
I say that. You know what?
Ethan Hawke and Richard Gere.
Rest in peace to Nelson Mandela while we're on it. No, I say that because he's like in my top 5 actors of all time.
He was good and talked to me too.
And I feel like he's underappreciated.
You think?
Don Cheadle 100%. And I feel like Denzel Washington,
Overrated.
who doesn't have an eighth of the amount of talent that Don Cheadle has, is overappreciated.
He's in a lot of good movies.
I can see that. I think he's just been placing good roles that play to his strengths, whereas Don Cheadle will take chances
He's in a lot of bad movies, or he's in a lot of average ass movies too, though. Denzel Washington,
because of his what do you call it? His aura, whatever reputation. People make him seem better than what they are, But I agree. Don Cheadle is an amazing actor. Like
he's one of those like Gary Oldman type dudes, where it's like sometimes like I mention that he's in some movie, and they're like, "Is he?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's this guy." And they're like, "Holy shit," Anyway,
Omar from The Wire. I can't think of his name, but he's a great actor as well.
Yeah.
He's been in some great shit.
Yeah. So, watching this and I forget. So these cops are all at different places in their career. Ethan Hawke, Richard Gere, and Don Cheadle, and then Wesley Snipes is in it as like this drug dealer Don Cheadle's undercover with. And he's fucking great in that movie too. And that movie's like a heavy drama. I'm just more interested in Wesley Snipes in that type of a movie than say, pick one, Passenger 57, Demolition Man, any of those types.
Demolition Man's great.
Any of those types of movies. I'm just
Blade 1, 2, and 3.
I'm just fuck.
Man.
Well, 1 and 2 are
Classic.
fine. 3 is dog shit.
Yeah, agreed.
I still watch it over some other movies. I've beat up enough on New Mutants and X-Men Apocalypse already, but I would watch Blade 3 over any of those.
I wouldn't watch it over New Mutants because I haven't seen New Mutants.
Gotcha.
And what was the other one you said? Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Olivia Munn might beat it out.
Really?
Yeah, just to see Olivia
see her.
Munn. Yep.
But isn't Jessica Biel in 3?
She is.
I'd rather watch Jessica Biel than Olivia
I
Munn.
just saw her in was it Chuck and Larry, and she is amazing.
Mhm.
I get the feeling
yeah.
I get the feeling that she's better looking in TV than real life.
I think she's not your type because she's athletic.
Jessica Biel's athletic?
Yeah.
She has an athletic build.
Yeah.
I thought she was skinny.
No, she looks like she looks.
She's the stripper in Sin City, right?
No, that's Jessica
no, that's
Alba.
Jessica Alba.
Oh, okay. I got Alba Biel
I
confused.
got you.
Just
Jessica Biel was on.
Jessica
all
Alba.
the white girls are the same to you.
Jessica,
Yeah,
yeah. Ever since Nelson Mandela passed,
I don't see the white part of the spectrum.
no, but Jessica Alba, we agree she's skinny.
She's skinny. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
right, right.
She's
As long as-
she's pretty.
All right, all right.
Yeah, because she
Let me
was
see
Sue
Jessica
Storm in the
Biel.
Fantastic Four.
Let me find
Yeah. She's yeah.
Yes.
She was thick back when she was in Dark Angel.
Yes,
And I think she's
you
a-
watched that too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Dark Angel.
And I think she's pretty. I think Jessica Alba is attractive.
But if you look at
but she's-
younger-
she looks skinny.
Younger out Jessica Alba, she was less skinny.
Younger Jessica Alba looks a lot better.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel was in one of those. Like,
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah,
is
Seventh
where
Heaven.
she started on the WB,
Mhm.
and she moved on to other.
But like,
stuff.
she's not your. You don't like the athletic built lady like I do.
She looks tall too. I wonder how tall she's got to be. Like
She was with
5'7",
Justin
5'8".
Timberlake for a
Yeah,
while.
they're married.
Oh, they still together.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not even the Bill, but she's fine.
Yes, no.
Well, no, like so. And look, and when we talk about this, see, this is how I break all this shit down. Like, she's competing in the same space as Scarlett Johansson or whoever. Like, I'm not comparing her to the girl that works at Spencer's. Do you know what I mean? like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
comparing her to the other celebrity. I can pay for my trainer. I can pay for whatever body
right.
I want type of chick.
But yeah, I prefer her to Olivia Munn.
I'd have to take some consideration on both of that. I mean,
that's a hard. No, I gotta
don't
draw the
know.
line somewhere, Joe.
I gotta
Sorry.
look at both of them. I gotta.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
side
an
by
open
side.
and shut case for me.
Yeah.
Not open and shut.
But that's just to say I prefer. But also, you got like fake Deadpool in Blade 3. It was a just prototype Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds'
Yeah,
character, wasn't it? Yeah.
basically playing Wade Wilson.
Yep.
And also, is it the one with the squid face fucking
With the
vampires?
I know.
Dracula was in it. That much I remember.
I think that's
Is
the
it-
one Triple H was in. The wrestler. He was in Blade 3.
Yeah.
And he had the little Pomeranian.
Yes,
that
and the
opened his
mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I would watch Blade 3 over Apocalypse any day.
Yeah.
I think I would not. Only because I saw it once and I remember like hating it.
But I remember we watched Apocalypse in the theater. We laughed out loud.
Yeah, but
in
see, that's
theater.
the thing. Is I
And
watched
the
it.
dramatic moment with a X. We fucking laughed.
Yeah, I think that like so. But here's the thing: is I think that my love for those characters would earn it another watch, and the fact that I would laugh at it again would earn it another watch.
I can't believe that. It was a serious ass moment. The three of us just started laughing.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That was a cringy
We
moment.
were like, must have been obnoxious to be in the theater with us that day, especially if you were into it, because you know people are like normies. A lot of times normies like these movies, and we were like audibly making exasperated noises
Dude,
the
I-
entire time, like, yeah. Especially Bobby. He
Yeah,
can get loud.
I like to, I'll let you know how I feel about that shit.
For Christ's sake!
Oh yeah, come the fuck on. But like I remember watching Titanic in the theater, and like I mean the people falling off the boat and all that shit was funny too. But everybody laughs at that though. Like not
I can
everybody,
appreciate it
but-
now
But most people laugh at
at my
it.
age
But
than I did before.
At 40,
at 40,
Yeah, and at 34, I definitely laugh at Titanic.
yeah. But I'll tell you
Especially
what
when you learn
part.
the history of it.
So, oh boy. So at 40, but also at fucking 27 or however what I was when I saw it in the theater. I saw it with my wife and my buddy Shane. Who's called My Basement Stupid. First look, and when she at the very end when she climbed up on the deck of the boat and her barefoot with her old feet out, and I started laughing. And my buddy Shane was like, "Look at that old bitch's feet." I know people in the theater were not feeling the vibe we were on.
And this motherfucker wonders why I don't like to go into the theater. It's because of you, motherfucker. People like you.
That shit was so funny.
I could see you laughing at that though. And you know everybody's quiet and they probably got like wiping
yeah,
tears.
Exactly. It's supposed to be like this super heartfelt moment. He's like, look at that old bitch's feet. Dude. Oh, so here's like I've been saying, like, hate to see it, love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, my kid dropped it on me. I picked it up from Gomez because that dude. I don't know how well you know him, but he's like he's a slick dude, and like
I've never had any rare interactions with him.
Yeah, so like he's funny. He's like low key funny. So like he like, long story short, he was competing, and this other guy was doing far better than him with far less tools, and I made it a point to make sure that he was aware of how much better this other person was doing than him, and I think in that world, everybody be so quick to, yeah, but I don't have I'm doing it with this, and I'm doing, and he done this, and and he's like, oh man, what a guy.
Nice.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. But so he said this, hate to see it. So now I always say hate to see it, hate to love it, hate to taste it. If I like, hate to eat it. So anyway, I've got this thing at 40 going on my feet, just one foot in particular. But something is
gout.
No,
again?
So it's not gout because I know that very well. But something's going on with this foot of mine. Don't know what it is, but something's definitely going on with it. I think it's plantar fasciitis, but I'm not entirely sure.
Common.
And it's just on one foot, and it's kind of on. It's weird because it's like a little bit on the bottom of my foot and a little bit on the side.
On the inner side.
Outer
side.
which
That's weird.
Which is weird.
That's weird.
Correct.
Because it should be inner.
Usually
lower.
inner's where I had my issue.
Yeah, because that's where the plantar connects to or whatever. So it's less common for it to be on the outer. Anyway, my wife's been trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. I hate taking pills and shit, so like I haven't taken like Advil or anything for it, even though it's a fucking anti-inflammatory and I probably should just take it. I'm always like, I'm going to rub some spinach on it.
Essential oils. Don't Laura have some essential oils for you?
Dude, wait till I put some ginger on that bitch. See if I don't fix it. But like, so anyway, I take my shoe and sock off, right, so Laura can look at my foot a little bit, and Jana's like, "What the?" She's like, "Why would you ever bring that out?" And she was like, "Why is your pinky toe so small?" Ugh, hate to see it. She goes in on it. So like at the end of it, my wife is like trying. She finishes rubbing my foot, right? And what's funny is I got up, and as soon as I got up, the baby jumped in my spot and threw her feet up on this spot. Like, all right, let me get a foot rub. But I got up, and then I was going to put my socks and shoes back on because I hate not wearing socks and shoes. So I'm going to put my socks and shoes back on, and my wife was like, just leave them out for a little bit, like free the piggies. And Jana was like, no, lock them piggies up.
Oh man,
Good timing.
You getting older. Your kids fucking ragging on you like that.
Yeah, it's good though. Like it's like I've sharpened their little blades. Like just over time,
right.
I've made them nice little weapons. Anyway, I have no idea where the fuck we are.
It's Nerd Rage. We
went
tangent
Wesley Snipes
like
and we went to Blade, and then we just
you're talking about how Wesley Snipes was in.
Oh, I'm on my Nerd.
Yeah, you're in Nerd Rage.
Whose auntie is this? Fucking great. So I also saw we watched. Okay,
he's gonna be a cameo in a new Blade, right? With
probably.
I don't know.
I'd imagine.
With the other guy.
Makes sense.
Oh, he gave the blessing, or at least right?
Sticky fingers, right?
Mahershala Ali.
Nah, Sticky Fingers.
I have to think about
Sticky Fingers is just in the show.
Copperhead.
He's Blade on the show. Like when it was a TV show, it was fucking Sticky Fingers that was fucking Blade. I'm pretty sure. I'm not. Maybe I'm going crazy. Sticky F-I-N-G-A-Z.
I can't picture that at all.
I'm telling you. Hold on. Sticky Fingers. Dude, that dude is wild. He doesn't get enough credit either. Sticky Fingers. It was like 12 inches. I'm well hung. 9 on my dick plus 3 on my tongue.
Bars.
Stupid.
Hold on. Yeah, dude.
What? No shit.
What the fuck?
Sticky Fingers.
Is that new?
No, this is old.
Okay. Would he audition?
He bought his own gear.
Is that Halloween? Cosplaying.
I really came to win.
Oh, Blade the series. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that was a series?
Yeah.
not a good one apparently.
I vaguely
Well, it was
remember like a fever dream.
It was unrated.
Kind of like Shaq and Kazam.
Oh shit, Shaq Fu.
Dude, that dude said he feeds his dogs gunpowder. No, that was Biggie that said that. What did he say to his dogs? Shit, it doesn't matter. That Sticky Fingers is great. Sticky, F-I-N-G-A-Z, the crazy Cajun blazing bullets for days and days of grazing, basing on the gun that lays in purple hazing, hard to be facing, Lord on this hell and a raising, God of the underground, I'm gunning him down with a thunder pound, we're gonna shut him down. Like that dude, I wish I had Ifant Man, right? Like I wish I could dump some of that shit and pick up things in my head that I can put to use. Like
I was just about to say, he remembers this.
Yeah.
yeah, but I can't change my oil. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see what else was in my nerd week. But yeah, dude, let me educate you guys on some Marvel stuff and some Black actor stuff while I'm at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so we watched Suicide Squad, getting ready for Justice League because it's the only other one that chronologically comes, so to speak, before Justice League.
I just went without watching.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have necessarily made the wrong choice. However, I will say it has aged a bit better. Not to say that it's a better movie, but it doesn't seem worse. Like it just seems
Just as bad?
Yeah,
It couldn't have gotten much worse. But.
Yeah, and I can see how it could get better. Like I can see how the sequel could make it better. Like it's a movie that I didn't like it at first, but the more they've added on to it, now it seems better.
I think the sequel will be better. But that original, we were in a movie theater when we saw it, and I just couldn't.
We Buddy was with us.
Yeah, he was. That's why we had a big group.
Yeah.
That was a big
That's a lot of
Yeah,
disappointment.
it was crazy. But anyway, what's funny is like when Harley is like, it's just so funny. Like, but she's like getting chased by the monsters and all that. My baby yells out, "Joker, save her!" And for one, it says that she has no understanding of the character dynamic between the two. But what
I think a lot of people don't, though. To be fair,
sure. But what's interesting is that at 4, her worldview of those characters, just I think from them being dominant in pop culture, isn't accurate. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's just interesting how like theoretically the marketing of those characters paints them in a very different. You know, view. And I, of course I know this if we were to have this conversation, but to see it in my living room was bizarre to see.
Because that's always my reaction. It's like I don't think a lot of people know the dynamics. It's because it's marketed that way.
Correct.
The people who are the surface level fans will all think, they're a couple and
they love each other. It's mad love.
Yeah. Oh, relationship goals is what they say.
Yes,
you have no idea.
So you like domestic abuse?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Right. So I thought that was interesting just to see. Dude, HBO. Mm-hmm. I'm watching that Woody Allen doc.
Woody Allen documentary.
Oh, you're watching
Woody
that?
Allen is the little guy who dates his daughter.
Yeah,
stepdaughter.
Right.
Stepdaughter, to be
Is
fair.
it step or adopted?
Was she adopted?
So it is adopted.
But he
it's
raised
an
her.
adopted stepdaughter. So
it's his wife's kid.
Mom adopted her. He married mom.
Oh, so nobody's related to this bitch.
Correct.
Okay. But still really weird.
It's disgusting.
I think anyway.
Yeah, it's still really fucking weird.
I think I had the dynamics of the family correct. Mad kids though. What's interesting, I didn't even, because I don't know the ins and outs of the story. I always know he was a stepdad and that he ran away with the daughter. But like, it's a famous actress.
The wife?
Yeah.
The moms?
Not Mia Farrow. I don't know why.
But it sounds like that though.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought Mia Farrow, but
it might be.
That was somebody else, I thought.
Ex-wife.
Is that a list?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Some
who
people
was
have a
Woody
list.
Harleen, Rosen.
I don't know why it's coming up in pop culture thoughts lately.
I don't know.
I keep seeing J-Lo collecting rings.
Like saying that.
Like, why is this popping up randomly? Is she getting ready to marry again? Did she get engaged again?
Allegedly, she broken up with A-Rod, but whatever.
I'm trying to find Mia. It might be Mia Farrow.
Get out of here. Put that one out.
Yeah, I'm putting him. You know what's fucked up? Mia Farrow. I'm putting in Woody Allen. You know how I had to find it?
Yeah.
Woody Allen's wife's mom.
Whoa.
That's terrible. Yo.
Woody Allen's,
That's how I had to Google it.
Woody Allen's wife's mom's, who is also his ex-wife.
Yeah. So
That's some.
she had mad kids. Like I think most of them adopted.
I was gonna say they adopted.
But I'm talking about like you. I mean, she could have painted them as eggs on Easter. Like she had mad kids.
Whole basketball
She
team?
was Angelina.
A whole
before
soccer
Angelina.
team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and like all these people telling these stories of him, like he lived in a separate house, like because he didn't want to be bothered with all the fucking kids until he wanted to be bothered with one of them, I guess. But and then like other saying like little shit they would notice that they never thought about, until the shit started going left. But like he's putting suntan lotion on like one of their backs, and like the hand goes down the bathing suit, and
Oh man.
the word that was used was lingers.
And lingered on it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
How old were it?
kids. But it's fucking gross, this shit. But it's also like just watching just this whole thing implode is like interesting to watch. But
Train wrecks, man.
yeah, but it's a great documentary, like well shot and and I think there is like there's another side to the story, of course. But let me tell you something. I don't care what the other side is. There's some shit in this shit that, regardless of anything, is creepy as fuck.
I think it's a whole situation.
Yeah. So my last question is this: as I'm narrowing, I just finished a diorama today of the Statue of Liberty that I hand painted myself, and and like
That's great.
dude, it turned out well. But I'm saying, as I was doing it, I started laughing just because I was like, it's like so fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like I'm painting the Statue of Liberty on a piece of foam for these G.I. Joe characters to stand in front of, and it looks so good, but it's also so fucking funny. Like, whatever. But like,
If your 16-year-old self into you now.
yeah. Or like if I did it on anything else, I could probably try to pawn it as being like real art or something. You know what I mean? But I'm just doing it so that these G.I. Joe characters have some patriotic shit to like stand in front of. But anyway, I started thinking, because I'm going to do the Cobra one next, but then I kind of have to like move a little strategically to continue production, as it were, and because I don't have a lot of characters for the other shit, and I want to make sure that whatever I do now suits the needs of the space that's left, because I'm locked in now. So I'm moving on to Mortal Kombat next. Mm-hmm. And because I'm using a Little Billy, I can't do big, like the whole screen. So I have to kind of do stuff that's like in the spirit of, where it's like it's obvious what I'm trying to do, but it's not a 1-1 copy.
Yeah, because it's not wide.
Correct. And I need to layer it still. And a lot of those levels, looking at them, are like just flat. You don't really realize how flat they are, but they're super fucking flat.
Fighting games, man. It's just fighting on a flat ass ground.
Not unlike both of the Jessicas we were talking about.
Oh man.
Anyway, so I was asking you guys, what are the iconic Mortal Kombat? If it was 6, if I had 6 shells, what would you fill them with if you were to do Mortal Kombat levels, or like what would happen?
Two of them is already spoken
all right,
for.
so 2 came from me straight away also. So what was your first one that came to you?
Well, either one on top. This is a pair, right?
What's okay? Well, to me, it's six.
Up and down, yeah. But this is a pair, up and down pair. Like one has to go on top of the other.
Yeah, which goes on top of the other, which goes on top of the other.
Yeah, but I don't care about the other one. I'm saying these two specifically.
Uh-huh.
One is a bridge. You got to paint a moon in the back with a silhouette.
Uh-huh.
And underneath it, you got to have the spike pit.
That has to
be.
I'm with
You
Spike
have to have
Pit.
those two.
So I'm probably going to do that all in one. Because
In one?
I'm going to have to do stuff that's more in the spirit of and less 1-1 because of the space that I have. But the pit is definitely one.
Maybe the throne room.
So which throne room? When you
The
say
Shang
throne
Tsung
room,
throne
which
room
one are you
or the
thinking?
Shao Kahn
Now I
throne
like
room?
the Shao Kahn throne
Like
arena. I guess
the
it's more
arena.
arena. I'm
Arena.
sorry, the arena, because
So I would say the arena is pretty iconic.
You're going to have one of the figures tied up in the back too?
So once again, it's a space issue. It's a
Right?
space issue. So like
Well, it's a layer. You have Shao Kahn with the throne, and on each side have one of those bitches tied up.
maybe
yeah, you can draw it.
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Come on now.
The Living Forest
Yes, with the faces.
jumped out to me
You're
immediately.
going to sculpt the faces?
I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm going to be honest with you.
I feel like you would have to do something to accentuate the faces in
Correct.
the living force, because that's
That's
the scene. Yeah.
Them screaming and shit.
And then I would say that my number. So those are my top two: the pit and the forest.
Mm-hmm.
My third is probably the pool, like the dead pool, so to speak, like the green.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
where
pool,
they're on. It's on either side of them.
It was like It's like I think it's just behind them.
Okay, I thought it was like a catwalk.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
thought
It
was
is.
catwalk.
It is. Yeah. But I don't think you get to see in front of it.
My imagination took care of the rest.
You know what's in the foreground.
Yeah.
So that's my three, and then I was like, fuck, because like to me, like then it gets a little fishy. So like the courtyard to me is like super iconic, but also super challenging. The arena was in there for me as being one too, but then I was like, man, I don't really know. I mean, maybe Goro's Lair.
Course, yeah.
That's a good one.
It's just a cave,
Yeah.
cavey looking place.
Yeah, and kind of like I feel like I have 1,000 things that look like, you know what I mean, something extrapolated from that. So I don't know if I would do that or not, but I was just thinking, like, are there any other ones that jump out to you? Because like I remember the ones like with the wizard people like floating
Yes.
in the, you know what I mean? Like I remember that one.
Yep.
I
I mean, there was one that's just like the fucking streets of New York with red cars. Cause that's for the people with the power of gun.
And I've historically always been more of a Street Fighter, so I remember more
Same.
iconic scenes from Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, well, Street Fighter 2, right? It's got to be the one. It's got to be the main 8 bases.
Yeah, you know all 8.
Yeah,
got the
but, yeah. I mean, but they only had
Brazil, you
that
got
one game for fucking like 10 years.
Well, you got the expanded. You got the boss stages, which is another 4, and then you got the new challenges, which is another 4.
Right, but you're still playing the same game. I think that's why they're more iconic. I think is what I'm saying. Like, because you're playing the same game, so even though you're getting new shit, you're still
Yeah.
playing the old shit too.
True.
Yeah.
If I was to do some of those, though, I don't know why. Like the first one that pops out to me is like I guess Chun-Li's level.
The Hong Kong market.
Really?
No.
That's what I thought
maybe
you were
it's-
talking about.
So maybe it's Ryu's level.
On top of the temple.
With the
There's like
shingled roof?
Yes, yes, yes,
That's a
yes,
very
yes.
iconic. That, Sagat, and
Of all
Bison's lap.
the Asian stages are the same to you, obviously. Because Chinese and
Chun-Li,
Japanese
Ryu,
is
whatever.
the same. One of them
Yeah.
Asians.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I don't know.
Just for
Fucking-
something different, I would say you should do the bathhouse, the E Honda stage, because it's really different.
yeah,
than anything
yeah,
else.
yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm not doing any out there, but yeah, that would be a great one to do and a fun one to do, and you could put people in the tub.
Yeah, true.
What did I say? That so Robert bought this fucking cat, right?
Cat, like a real life cat.
Yeah,
Meow?
yeah.
Okay.
You'll love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love
so
it
you'll
already.
love
I
it.
fucking
You'll
love
love-
cats.
but it's expensive as fuck.
Hairless?
It's not hairless.
Oh.
It actually looks fluffy as fuck, but it's like non-allergenic.
Oh, okay. Hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic
Yeah,
cat.
so
So like poodles.
it's like a rag doll.
I'm sorry.
I think
You shouldn't treat cats like that, bro.
I think that's the name of the breed. I don't even know breed. Jellicoe cat. That's the only breed I know. But like, I googled it.
Mhm.
I also know how much this cat costs because he told me in a moment of weakness, I think. But he told me, and I'm not gonna put that out there because that's not my story to tell. But it's pricey, and I googled it, and their estimates were pricey also. I will say that the estimates that I found on Google had a range. I will say that his price was in the range.
It's because there's allergies in his household.
I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
So
So
I really don't like
What's
buying
the lifespan
animals.
of this cat?
20 years.
You get your money's worth.
I'm gonna find out.
Cats don't live old, man. Cats can be like up 30 years
That's
old.
literally how I make my decisions. If it's over a certain dollar amount, like how long is this going to last me? And I break it down in like, well, if I was
Years.
renting it, yeah,
If you're renting this
renting
cat.
this cat for
So
you know,
you would spend that much a year.
on an animal.
Mm-hmm.
I probably spend that much on my dog every year.
So I don't know.
My dog does stuff too. Cats don't do anything.
Yeah, they just.
You ain't train him.
So anyway, I say all that to say this. Now that I know how much that fucking cat costs, I want to wash it in my dirty tub super bad. Really, really bad. And I think that's it. We only have a couple notes.
Give a quick shout out to a couple things that
Yeah.
came up. Yeah, in my nerd week. I'm sorry.
No, this is narrate. You're supposed to just jump in and
just
interrupt.
Just jump in and interrupt.
So watched Lovecraft Country.
Is that
was great. That was on like
is that like horror?
No, it's based off the books or some shit like that. It's a great series. It was on maybe HBO.
Lovecraft like Cthulhu?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, Lovecraft Country. You got a lot of
That's what I was thinking is horror because
yeah, it's basically horror.
monsters.
Yeah, monsters and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
cosmic horror.
I think that's on yes, HBO. American Gods. We've been watching that. Mm-hmm. And there was a movie on, I think it was Prime, called Mortal. And this dude with electrical powers, I think he's Thor, something like that. It was actually a really good.
Not Jamie Foxx though.
No, thank goodness. But I recommend all three of those.
Didn't you watch American Gods?
No, I wanted to, but I've heard that like the first season is really good, and then like as soon as people are like, well, the first season, then it dips down like Walking Dead, right?
They all, I mean, most shows are like that. Fucking,
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
into Teen Titans or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so I can see the trash.
I did watch that too. Yeah,
Even Sopranos is like has like a little like around season 4 or 5.
It's
like,
hard to just stay good forever.
dips.
Bro.
yeah. Well, they get you in. They reel you in with the, but you can only last long.
and then they're too busy spending your money to write a good fucking
That's
show.
it. Yeah,
And
Game
then
of
when the
Thrones.
ratings go down, they're, oh shit, we better get back to writing.
Right.
So those three. Mortal was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
It's
I
a
watched
movie?
it on, yeah, it's a movie. It was better than I thought it was going to be, and I was hoping there would be some type of follow up to it. That's how much I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was a lot of unknown actors in it and stuff. Maybe that helped.
Yeah, usually
But,
does.
Lovecraft Country. Look that up,
It's
like
a
that.
show or movie.
Show.
Okay. And do you finish all of them? All three of these
As
things?
far as they go right now, yeah.
Okay.
So we binged them. Like my wife and I, that would be our date night.
Yeah, like binging shit.
Yeah. I've done it a couple times, but I don't really enjoy it. Been binging, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I binged
Except for pizza.
I was getting ready to say I just binged that large pizza last night. What else? Also we did a Bobby Boogie Bop for Prince for next month, and I had a fucking great time. I want to see that too. What is that?
Just point of reference for.
But it was
I thought that was Luke Cage for a second.
But it was
the
the yellow shirt.
Yeah,
Same
the yellow
vibes.
shirt.
Yeah. But it was I think I may have heard about that actually.
And this dude is going to be.
Is it like
Kang
a
the
play
Conqueror.
almost? Like a very like is he in a play or something? Or he in a performance and they come back to dinner or something and they get into I heard about some show recently.
No, I don't think so. That dude.
I love
No, you crazy.
I couldn't even play that up.
this ain't that and that ain't this.
He's like Tyler Perry.
It takes place in Atlanta, right?
Lovecraft Country is Atlanta.
when does what is it about? What is the premise again? Real quick, 5 words or less. Like
5 words.
like some shit like that. Like just a
Time
sentence.
travel, monsters, witchcraft, shit like that.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I got this shit. Wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did this Prince show. It ended up taking 3 hours, and like I was like, look, we have to do it all in one sitting. We got like 2 hours in, and she was like, we might have to do a part 1 and part 2. I was like, we're definitely not doing a part 1 and part 2 because now we're at the part that nobody will tune into part 2. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like his career, he made pretty good music his whole career, honestly. But the last third of his career, people stopped really giving a shit about it, for better or worse. So I was like, we got to do it in one sitting. So we did it in one sitting. It was actually pretty touching because, like, we're down here, we're singing along and shit. And I've listened back to a few of them, and I'm like, because in my head they can't hear me sing it because it's like, because I hear the music so loud on my headphones, like they can't hear over top of it. Like, you definitely
No,
can't
he's
hear
the
me
mic.
sing. Yeah. And so my kids came down and sat here and put headphones on too, and were like listening to Prince, like getting turned on to Prince. I mean, they've heard Prince, in the house before, but they don't really know. And they caught like the back third, so that's a bummer for them. But they we closed. We closed with the song. I don't want to say the song. I don't want to spoil it, but we closed with the song, and it's a classic song, and it was the right choice, and Selena's like sitting across from me listening to it, and she just starts weeping.
Oh.
And I was so fucking touched. Like I just reached over, I grabbed her hand, like I just held her hand while she was listening to it, and then she was just in it. She was just in the zone of this fucking song and was just crying. Like it was powerful, like to watch it. And, like I've cried to that fucking song. Laura's cried to it. So
Raspberry Beret.
yes. Get off. But anyway, like
She's always been like into music though. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
even
yeah.
I mean she's like still a kid, but I remember when she was young, when I first saw her coming around, she would sit there and like in her headphones singing along by
that's
herself
Mm-hmm.
in the playroom. And I was like, I don't think 3-4-year-olds do that.
That's good.
yeah. So she, like I asked her about it today, and I was like, what hit you that made you? She's like, I don't know. It's just strong,
Wow.
strong.
She's in touch with music.
That's
man.
what she said. Anyway, like she was like just strong. So it was good. Love doing it. Love doing the show. But I did a lot of research. The only reason why I brought this up to say all this, I've been doing a lot of research on it just to tighten myself up for it, so to speak. And like listening to a lot of his older catalog, which I'm not that familiar with. Like I know of it and I've listened to it once or twice, but like really listening to it with the intent of like, okay, I had to find the gem in here, you know. But I was watching like a lot of his interviews too, as I was like becoming more familiar with it. And like he had this interview that was funny as shit. And they were asking him, like, as it was older Prince, and they were like, do you regret any of the stuff now that you did, like, in your 20s? Like, wearing women's underwear, for instance, like, on stage and stuff. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm not that person now, but that's what I was about then, and that's who I was then, and, it's just a sign of the moment, and this, I don't really regret it. And he was like, a lot of those things that I did, when I was 20, I certainly wouldn't do now. And then there's a few things I still do.
I like it.
Yeah, it was really
that.
It was really well answered.
Shout out to Deluxe. He loves Prince too.
Yeah, he
He's a
does.
big Prince fan.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna send him that episode. Anyway, so we do have a couple of notes, nothing big. One is there was a new kind of Mortal Kombat teaser. Have you guys seen this?
No, I'm just really looking forward to the fucking movie.
Oh man, when does it come out next month?
When does anything come out anymore?
It might be next year.
Yeah.
It might be it's HBO Max,
Yeah,
and it's Godzilla this month.
So I'm
Godzilla this month.
So it's dropping on HBO Max. So I'm watching it 3 days after when I can pirate it.
Or
Nice.
or come over here. I'll watch because I want to watch it. Maybe we can make a thing out of it.
Oh yeah,
HBO
yeah.
Max.
I know Krista wants to watch it. So
Because Laura really wants to watch it too, and Laura said that she said that if it doesn't have the techno song in, she's out. But they said that the techno song is in.
I know there's like a rendition of it. Like
The theme is like a score.
yeah.
Bum bum bum.
Trying to make it sound all serious.
Bum bum bum.
I'm okay with that. Hey, as long as they play homage to it, in some way.
What's the runtime on this thing projected?
I'm
I'm hoping
know.
it's 3 hours.
I hope it's a long movie. That's what I'm saying. If they make it like a 90-minute thing, nah, man,
it's not going to be 3
It
hours.
it can't be no fucking hour and a half. Though. I'd be
Yeah.
disappointed.
Her Godzilla's gonna be long too. So I'm looking forward to that movie.
I am too.
Godzilla vs Kong.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that too. Hold on one second. We're going to watch these trailers. Okay, so let me
Bro,
say.
I can't fucking wait.
Let me say, I'm super excited about it. Let me also tell you, this movie's going to be dog shit.
I don't care.
It's going to be dog
Dude,
shit.
no matter how fucking bad it is, it's gonna be amazing.
And it can't be. Any
I'm gonna
worse
enjoy
than
the
other
fuck
one.
out of it.
I'm going to say it's going to be worse than the second one, and I'm going to tell
Wow.
you. I'm going to.
Annihilation was awful. I watched it once.
I know. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's going to take itself more seriously than the second one, and it's going to be equally as good. The thing,
But the effects are so much better.
yeah, the effects will be better. The effects will be better, but
That has a lot to do with it.
I don't know if I agree with that personally. But
I mean, for entertainment and enjoyment aspect.
for you,
Like, if the movie is dog shit, you'd rather watch it with better CGI or worse CGI?
I don't care. I'm not an effects person. It's not really my bag.
It's fucking Mortal Kombat. What are you watching for, the story?
I think
Well,
the aesthetic's gonna.
I watch everything for the story.
I watch it because I like the game.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But okay, so even still, it doesn't mean that it's going to be good.
Oh no! But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you expect anything other than a spectacle? You don't play the game.
I'm expecting it to be bad.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. I said it's
you
going to
think-
be dog shit. That was my first one. I
You
said,
think you're gonna enjoy it?
I don't know. I don't know because it might take itself too seriously, and it can't. Like the thing is, if it takes itself seriously, the story has to really be good.
But it
If
can't go Street Fighter movie all the way and just be a turd.
But
maybe
Assassin's Fist was amazing.
Which
Is that the Chun-Li movie?
No, it's the indie movie.
Okay, I don't think I've seen
It's
it.
fucking great, especially if you're a Street Fighter fan and you know the Street Fighter story. It's like the alpha, like before Street Fighter 2. Like it's the story accurate to canon.
I
have
haven't
to
heard of
watch
that.
it.
I've
Yeah, I
never
haven't even heard of it.
Wow.
Yeah, Assassin's Fist.
So since you say indie movie, it reminded me of the independent machinima Mortal Kombat series that
Yes.
they were doing a
Well,
few years back. So how
the
do y'all
Street Fighter
feel about
movie
that?
was on Machinima.
Okay, so
So-
how do y'all feel about that? Because I wanted to see that.
Yes,
be
I
brought
enjoyed
into,
it.
You
I
know?
I think
enjoyed
they're involved in some way.
Really?
I do. But
I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with this being made.
1000%, I agree.
Yeah.
With
Like that has such a positive reaction.
Yeah, but the thing is like to do it that serious. I really like when you and I agree on this. Like you got to slow burn it for so long.
Yes.
And Mortal Kombat doesn't have the strength as a franchise to slow burn it
Oh,
for that long.
the people who own it won't give it the time of day.
Maybe.
You could. We talked about how you could do it.
You could, but I don't know if it could be successful enough to do it. That's the thing, because like every time that that's the problem with this shit, right? Is that like so like if they were to slow burn it, and the first movie is a Lin.
But it's your people.
No, it's not.
Mortal Kombat is your people. Street Fighter is my people.
No, yes,
Yes,
but not. But the Lin Q.
you do the Bruce Lee voice, right?
Well, so I'm gonna get there too, because I feel like Scorpions Get Over Here is a little bit of like
You got that too?
yeah, you
Get over here.
You put the spear in the person that become the spear.
I got that, and I wrote it off because he
It's
looks
a
he
little-
looks good though.
Yes, looks
I think
fucking great.
the
Yeah,
look-
it looks great.
It all looks great, and that's all I care about for a Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, I wish I would felt the same way, but I mean, I'm sure that I will find aspects of it entertaining enough, and the story of watching it will be worth my time, regardless. You know what I mean? Like not the story in the movie, the story of me watching it.
I mean, it's for me, right? I don't know about anybody else. I grew up with video games, going to the arcade, playing this game. For me, watching this is no different than me having a quarter up on the screen waiting to play while watching somebody else fight, except it looks much better. It's just watching the fucking
The
fights.
experience.
But I feel like I saw like
I never care about the
no,
story
It's different.
when-
It's different. For me, it's different because it was never. It was never. I don't think I really approach any video game with a hard emphasis, so to speak, on the story. It's very rare. Not impossible, but it's very rare. A lot of times I'm a
Yeah, press buttons.
no, like get through the story.
Okay,
Like,
exactly.
Skip.
That's what I'm saying.
Skip.
We nobody. There's a story to Street Fighter. There's a story in Mortal Kombat. If you're a real
Right.
fan, you get into it. Like I got into it.
Right.
But nobody fucking played the game for the story.
Right, but if I want that, I'll just play the game.
But this looks better.
To me, it's like the medium. It's like when it comes to the game, I don't care about the story. When it comes to me sitting in front of a 2-hour movie where people are getting paid millions of dollars to fucking be in it, now like do something for me.
I think I can see that, and I feel the same way on certain aspects. But in some ways, it's like just getting to see these characters you grew up with in a different medium and platform. That just makes the experience all that much better.
I get it.
Yeah.
in some ways, and
My-
it's,
My
It's
problem,
not your bag.
My problem is I only have two modes. I've come to realize this a lot talking to you and Chris more, just because I don't know many people in my life that have the same cinematic sensibilities as you two. But like, I only have two gears. I want it to be a really good fucking movie with a really good fucking story, or I want it to be a complete joke. And I don't have really anything in between. So like Superbad, sign me up. I'm ready to watch Superbad. And then let's sit down and watch Tenet. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of where I land.
Yeah.
holy crap.
Very rarely, I think John Wick made me painfully aware of like, no, you don't care about watching a person's physical ability.
You don't like the action movie.
He
aspect
doesn't
of it.
care.
You didn't like John Wick?
Right? I know that's most people's reaction to him.
All right, guys. Thanks
Yeah,
for
right.
having me on.
Right?
Yeah,
It's just, I don't know.
it just seems mindless to me. And Superbad is mindless also,
I was gonna say,
but Superbad knows it's mindless.
yeah.
But like John Wick knows his mindless.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. It's a way to
I don't
shut
know
your
if
mind
that's
off
true.
and watch some
I don't know if
absurd
that's
violence
true.
for 2 hours.
I think there's a way to approach it that way,
Yeah.
but I don't know if the creators think that way about it.
I feel like
I feel
by
like it's
now they
shot
do.
in a way where they think there's more to it. I feel like they take it more seriously. I feel like,
I got one for you.
yeah.
John Wick or the Fast and Furious?
So to me, it's like, I mean, all right. So you got a pan of brownies, right? You got a pan of brownies, okay. And for the sake of discussion, it's been cut into rows of 4. So we all know what we're talking about here, right?
Okay.
You got the first row where it's going to be crunchy, crunchy side, soft middle.
Yep.
Second, third, crunchy side, soft. Fourth, crunchy side, soft. Okay, that you got that on both ends, and then every row is identical from there on out, right? Crunchy, one side crunchy, rest soft. Two soft, one side crunchy, rest soft, right?
Yeah.
To me, asking me that is like asking about the two middle pieces.
That's a really complex explanation, but I understand
That
it.
went all the way around the room. I was hoping you would say Fast and Furious because I was going to trap you into saying you like Dwayne Johnson.
So no, so honestly, if I had to sit down and watch one, it would be John Wick over Fast and the Furious, but only because I do like fighting more than I like cars.
Gotcha.
I drive a
Well,
fucking
fighting with cars.
I drive a fucking Civic, and my BMI's fucked up. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, so Mortal Kombat. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
I have a
I'm gonna
feeling
enjoy it.
So and it's not like I haven't been wrong before. You know, I thought I had Shazam written off as something I was going to hate day one, and I actually really enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. Like, I think not just me and Chris, but a lot of people, it's not whether a movie is good or not. It's like when I asked you about coming to America, it's like, do you enjoy it or not? That's all there is to it. It doesn't have to be good for me to enjoy some shit.
Yeah, no, so that's why I found that so interesting, because I did enjoy, like, I enjoyed being back in the world, being back in the experience of those characters, but I also, like, I don't know
It's a
what
bad movie, but you
but
enjoyed
it's a
it.
bad
though.
movie.
But you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's like entertainment. You enjoyed it. It served its purpose.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to delineate now what that means to me.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that, like, I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
But
I
you don't
think
regret watching it, or at least you enjoyed the time you spent on it.
I do enjoy the time I spent on it. But I don't know if that.
That's what it comes down to for me, anyway.
Yeah, and I think there's some validity to that. I think that's something for me to chew on, honestly, like to take forward with me. But it's like I didn't. I think maybe it's because I didn't enjoy it because of it. Like, it could have been, the story could have been 10 times worse, and just seeing those characters together again would have felt good.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why remakes or like these like long time sequels are coming out, because people are enjoying it. People want to see
can't wait
that
for
shit.
Ghostbusters to come back out.
That's just going to be trash, too.
It will be, but
But
I'm
you're
still going to
gonna
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it.
I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that one.
I know I
Plus,
will.
Igor's not there.
I do like that dude, man. It's a Vigo.
And what if he is?
I like that. Don't touch the painting, please. That dude is great. But I think that one. I won't get the same enjoyment from it because I'm not going to be watching those characters. I'm going to be watching this new character. Ant-Man is going to be, you know what I mean? It's going to be an Ant-Man show, so I'm not going to get the same enjoyment out of it. I'm definitely going to watch it, looking forward to it, et cetera, et cetera. But I worry almost more in comparison to Coming to America, because I got my Eddie Arsenio check.
Yeah.
You know?
It has what you were looking for.
Yeah, well, in part.
Character-wise.
Yeah, character-wise. And getting back to the barbershop, you know what I mean, it was great. You know, like, and the fact that, like, it was them. I mean, shit, I personally haven't even been in a barbershop in fucking 20 years, so, you know, that's...
I mean, same here.
So, I forget where I was going.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but there was something in particular. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't have high hopes for it. I think it will... and this is just preliminary expectations, and I hope I'm wrong. I don't think it will have the same charm. I think it'll be of equal level of quality of the first one, but not have the same charm.
I mean, it was unique, that first one.
Yeah, and the first with all the fucking techno music.
Yeah,
and the fucking it's just like a.
It's like a time capsule.
Correct.
It's a product of its time.
Correct.
Yeah, and that was like the
and
one
Liu
good.
Kang 1000% had the most powerful blow dryer on the face of the planet.
Oh, dude. But like, and like, we say it's not good now, right? But as a kid watching that,
Loved it.
and that was the one example at the time of a great video game movie.
Yeah,
Oh, they did it! They fucking did it!
Yeah, that and Super Mario Brothers was a
Oh,
two.
stop
like,
it! Stop it!
I enjoy some of that.
I still remember
John Leguizamo, man, with a fungus.
shit
Fucking
was trash.
dude,
I
I watched it just recently, bro.
I still remember that Mortal Kombat shit, like the trailer seeing the trailer for
Yes.
the first time with like the monks coming down the
Yes.
steps and hitting that 1/16th drum beat of like, and I was like, what? And then like when I saw the dragon, I was like, fuck you, you know, like what?
Sign me up.
Yeah, like that was one of those moments for me, like seeing the episode 1 trailer for the first time. Like I would put probably those two trailers as like my most exciting trailers of all time. And I think part of it is because no internet, you have no idea what's coming. You're sitting in front of the fucking blank screen waiting for the trailers to show,
Yep.
and it's all a surprise, you know. And like I got fucking episode 1 in front of Waterboy, and paid no attention, dude. Not for nothing, man. While I'm thinking about Waterboy and Prince lyrics, it's fucked up, man. I think it got more water upstairs and they got sugar on a candy cane. He's calling them mentally ridiculous.
Come on, what upstairs?
That's what he's calling them. You know, like, I think you got water on the brain. I think you got more water upstairs and you got sugar on a candy cane. Like, I'm like, dude, he's calling him retarded. That's what he's saying. And then you know what else is crazy as fuck is animals strike curious poses. Like, where are you fucking, man? You fucking at Evan's house.
Yeah, Evan circa 2000. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. The trailers. Yeah, it was great. So moving on to this last Justice League trailer. Hold on one second. I want to start with saying this. This is a weird fucking time to put out your second trailer.
3 days before.
3 days before the fucking movie comes out.
They want to make sure people sign up.
Yeah, we're already in. Like, you're not going to get anybody new.
What are you doing, man? Like, I'll never understand some of these corporations and the way they decide to fucking market some shit.
Especially Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
They've been. I mean,
Yeah, they've been
their
killing-
marketing has been
yeah.
hurting themselves,
Agreed.
and them just the executive decisions to change things,
Yeah.
have creative control over things has been fucking with DC Universe.
And it does seem like we're getting a little bit better about that since the AT&T buyout. I will say that. Like, it does seem like since then, in HBO Max and the decisions they've been doing with all that, it does seem like it's more, like even allowing him to do this. Like, and I read an interview with him that has some interesting information and some interesting point of view stuff. Like where he was just like, "Look, I was going to work and they were arguing with me about what I was doing, and I'm going through all this shit at home with his dead kid, and like I'm fighting at home, with our family problems, and then I'm coming to work and having to fight you with work problems. I just couldn't fight both, so I just let one of the fights go." And then he talked about the Justice League. He's never watched it, but that he thinks Joseph's a great writer and all this shit. But and then they asked him about the stuff with Ray Fisher, and he was like, "I don't know, I don't know anything about it. Ray Fisher's a friend of mine. I wasn't there, so I can't answer those questions."
It's good.
Yep, well fielded. He talked about the Marvel, like why do they think that his films are in a different space than the Marvel films and stuff, and he was like, look, what Marvel is doing is great, and he said like it was fucking like he was like, look, they have a way that works. I could try to do that, or I could try to do that, but people would compare it against it, and it would never be taken well. Or I could try to do something different and sort of capitalize on the mythology of DC, which is what I tried to do, and that's where I got, And he was like, is there a part of me that's like bucking the system of what a superhero movie should be? Yes. But I was like, dude, good. Like I everything about that shit I love. Some of the reviews are coming in. I don't put a whole lot of stock in reviews, but shout out to Todd R. I was talking to him a bit about it, and he got me looking at them. They seem to be positive. The biggest complaint seems to be that it's 4 hours long.
That's not going to be a complaint for me.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, you're watching it at home anyway.
Yeah, I was about to
Right.
say, you're watching it at home,
Right.
so you can pause it,
Yeah.
take a piss break. Get
It has
a
an
snack.
intermission.
It has-
You have a built-in intermission, so
Yeah.
no, that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, I will say that this is the most excited I've been for something probably since episode 8, I would say. like where I find myself watching the trailers all the time and looking at art of it, and you know what I mean, like seeing the Omega beams underwater.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's good. We've talked about it. We talked about it yesterday, and
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. And historically, I'm a Marvel fan, big Marvel fan. However, I got for clarification, I got the release date wrong. I thought it was February 18th. And so I planned my whole day February 18th around watching this movie. I had my snacks set up, my computer here. I had all this shit I had a whole station. Come to find out, and I'm on HBO Max. Refresh. This is first thing in the morning. I'm like, what the hell? I checked the subscription, everything. Googled it. Justice League release date. It clearly said March 18th, but I read it as February 18th. That's how bad I wanted it.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm ready for this, and it's good.
And I think I'm gonna try to watch the Justice League version shortly thereafter, just to compare it while it's fresh in my mind.
Ultimate version.
There is no ultimate version that it's just the Justice version.
Really? I thought there was no. Maybe I'm thinking of
BBS.
BBS. I'm sorry.
And Suicide Squad is an uncut version too, but apparently it's still cut.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I hear you. But apparently, like with that, like that dude Ayer, he says like, look, I have a whole fucking, like, because they brought in the trailer team to recut the movie. He's like, I have a whole different cut of this fucking movie, and they were like, how different is it? And he was like, well, 45 minutes of my footage isn't in it, so about at least 45 minutes different.
That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference
Of Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole other 50% of a movie.
Yeah.
So anyway,
From a 3 to a 4.
fingers crossed. But they I don't know. I just to see what's different, just to see what Jose added, just because it seems like he's putting everything in, plus more shit he shot. Mm-hmm. He said that like the scene that he wanted with Leto and Affleck, he said that like he just did it because he thinks that it's probably the end of his verse, so he was like, to not have those characters come face to face at some point in this does seem like something that should happen. You know what I mean? It does seem like I would be remiss.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I wasn't so fucking biased. Like but I can't change the way I feel. Like as soon as I saw his face, I tuned out immediately. I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, Leto's Joker.
Yeah, him in general. I don't know what it is. It's unreasonable. It's irrational of me. Like I'm 100% admit it. If I see his face, I'm fucking mad.
That's very big of you to admit that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like
I just fucking get mad. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this. Get the fuck away from me.
When did he hurt you?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Then
Suicide Squad.
Then I could explain.
Yeah. I don't even think he saw it. You didn't. Oh, you went with us. You went with us. Yeah.
I was fine with him in Fight Club, but he got his ass beat in Fight Club.
Of course. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm not a fan of Leto's Joker, but I know that this movie isn't centered around him, so I think that gives me a lot more comfort.
And I don't hate his Joker either. Just having watched it again the other day, like there is parts of it that I do appreciate.
Oh, that chit-chat's gonna
get you. But like I like the you don't want no beef. And I do like the hand tat of the laugh.
I think they overdid it with the tats, so I think
maybe for sure. Well, he got some surgery because a lot of them aren't there.
He's
anymore.
not damaged anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fixed.
Yeah.
He said that.
Crossed out.
But anyway, like he said, it just seemed like Shane. He was like, what? He's like, I called both of them, and I was like, look. He wasn't sure if Warner was going to support it. You know what I mean? More money and all that shit. He was like, look, because he did it for free. Yep. He did the movie for free. And he was like, look, I'll pay you guys if you guys come out to my backyard and I'll shoot it in my backyard.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And
what kind of size backyard does he have?
Well,
flex.
Exactly.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Backyard. Yeah. But he's enough to put a green screen in, I'm guessing. I was watching something that, excuse me. Oh, no, it's something I'll tell you later. But, like, it turns out the studio ended up hearing about it and said they would pay for it, so he didn't have to do it. And he's like, but he was all prepared, like, had it all done up for them and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm happy for the dude. I hope it doesn't suck. I hope I enjoy it. I hope I love it. I hope that, like, I can sit back and look at the collection of that body of work and appreciate it. Snyder still says that he is pretty sure they're going to continue with Justice as the canon version of the movie. But I'm telling you,
Depends on the numbers.
it depends on the numbers and
Always
the public perception.
That's it.
If the public perception, if the hashtags and all the tweets and everything is fucking rewrite the universe using this, it'll change.
Well, look what public perception and outcry does. It got this movie made,
Correct.
right? So it's all about the numbers. At the end of the day, they're a business, and they're going to do what's best for business. If going with Snyder's universe is best for business, and he has more support, boom, keep it going. Josh, you're out. But
Jose.
Yos. But yeah, I'm a fan of it. I can't see it being worse than that or bad in general, personally.
Yeah, I definitely can't see it being worse. Only because, like, at the very least, the joke of, when Superman was like, maybe he doesn't hate me. He's like, I don't not hate you. Like, God, dude, it makes my stomach turn just thinking about it. We do have at least one question, perhaps only one. Because we are recording. It's Monday. We are recording early. So it says, "Hey guys, this is from KFC." He said, "Hey guys, I need some advice, tips on what to do or what you guys do with all the small accessories that come with all your things. I'm in the process of getting rid of boxes, so I can't just keep them in box anymore. Anything will help. Thanks, guys. You get me through the week."
Fucking bag and bin.
Yeah, bag and bin.
That's what I do.
Yep, me too.
Ziploc bags.
Put them in a bin.
Label it.
Yeah, keep it organized.
And sometimes I don't even need to label it if, like if it has instructions.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I'll
just toss it in there.
Toss the instructions in, and then it's just the instructions tell me what the fucking thing is.
Got a whole drawer full of small pieces and accessories. And
Yeah, spend a few extra bucks on the nice Ziploc bags with little white labels on it.
Yeah. And let me see if there's anything else to kind of.
You said something about WandaVision.
Oh, that was last week.
Okay.
Just because we became the WandaVision show last week, which is to be expected. The show had wrapped up.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I liked it. I liked the stuff that was done TV style. As soon as they switched out of the TV style, like the last couple episodes, I was kind of
really.
Yeah.
I've heard the reverse. Whereas because
I have to.
Okay.
Bobby's different, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the inverse of entertainment.
Yeah.
I like that it moves forward the narrative.
This
of
style
her.
of entertainment.
Yeah.
Like other style of entertainment, I seem to be right in line with shit. You know what I mean? Like where I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of Social Network. You know what I mean? Like I see Social Network, I'm like fucking perfect. And then the reviews come out and they're like, fucking deserves every Academy Award. And fucking, you know what I mean? Like I'm right in line. But like the action movie genre, I just think me and the general audience of action movies are not looking for the same thing.
You don't want an action movie. You don't care about action movies.
Correct.
You like movies that happen to have action in it.
Correct.
So
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
I like that.
That's why I'm saying you invert. You're like, it's not nothing wrong with it, but it's not normal for someone looking for entertainment. People like action movies. It's a huge category for a reason.
Right.
But it's not for you. So that's fine.
I like that assertion, but I thought WandaVision was fine. I like the whole thing as far as and I like what it did to move forward the narrative of the MCU. I can say
When's
not
Black
looking...
Widow coming out again? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
3 months.
2 weeks.
Are they still doing that?
Exactly. That's the question. That's the fucking question.
Because I wanted to see it, just because
it's got to be seen at some point.
It has to. It's done.
It's gonna be like New Mutant. It's
Yeah,
it's gonna come out. No one's gonna know.
But I heard it has some stuff leading into the next phase, so I'm like,
it's holding everything up.
Yeah, it's holding everything up. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out this week, which
you don't care about.
I don't care about it, but I'm gonna watch it. I won't say.
I remember you specifically saying, and I quote, "I don't want Anthony Mackie on my shelf."
Yeah, that's a fact.
And my opinion has not changed.
So I will tell you, when I look at I remember you saying that too.
I remember saying it. That's facts.
I remember so I'm missing a couple Marvel characters from my Hot Toys collection, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to pay these fucking late taxes on some of this shit, but they just announced Wanda and Vision, so I can get Vision. And they're doing a Falcon Winter Soldier. I need both of them.
I want the old Winter Soldier, like the original from Civil War.
With a face mask?
From Civil War or Winter Soldier?
Shit. Winter Soldier, I'm sorry.
Okay, because here's the thing. He's probably my favorite design, but it's also Hot Toys' first attempt at him, so I don't think it's their most accurate of faces.
I mean, you can't have the mask on. But then why are you paying that much money for the mask?
Yeah.
Double-edged sword.
But yeah, that's one I struggle with because I look at Chris's and like so to speak all the time, and his looks great. But I'm like, man, it's also like it's not really indicative of the character, from my collection because like he has like a Winter Soldier basically collection.
Yeah.
But I have like it's like kind of their more iconic looks. It seems like a weird choice for a Winter Soldier instead of like a Bucky Barnes.
I think because he has the red star on his arm and
Yeah.
stuff, I think that's what I'm looking
that's
for.
cool.
So.
That is cool.
Is the WandaVision vision different than the regular Vision?
I mean, I'm sure to some extent, like some nerd would know. Like,
Or is it just be a re-release of the same thing with a different box?
The green rectangles are smaller than the squares that are the red squares of the original suit. Designed by Clifton T. Square
I
Maker.
guarantee you. So he's got his wedding ring on this one,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
probably going to be the only difference.
I'm not that guy. Like even like,
But good for you though, because you can just buy it for.
well, that's
You don't have to buy
exactly.
latex
That's what I'm
one.
saying. I'm gonna get Vision. I'm gonna get probably Winter Soldier because I passed on the Infinity War Winter Soldier because he looks weird. Because I was gonna go with Civil War Winter Soldier was gonna be my choice, but I'll see what this one looks like and then go with him maybe.
Would you want human Vision in a suit Vision?
No, no, I do not.
Would you want white vision?
Do you know the thing about White Vision is?
So maybe.
Yeah, I would get both of them if they offered. I'll get both of them.
I knew about White Vision before.
Me too.
Me
too.
I knew Vision because like again I came from Hong Kong. I came here when I was 10, so I know about X-Men and stuff. I didn't know much about Avengers. I know about Captain America. I was exposed to Vision from the arcade game.
Boom. That's exactly what
And
I was
he
going
was
to say.
white.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I started seeing the red and green one in person, I'm like, that's an ugly ass color. It's supposed to
Yeah,
be white.
Same here. Same here. I thought the exact
Ugly
same
palette.
way.
That's my
And-
first exposure to him as well.
Wow. Okay, I'm not crazy here.
So it was my second exposure, but my first exposure to him was also white. So Heroes World in the mall
Heroes World across from Hobby
from-
Shop. Yep.
used to have this one bucket in the front, and they were like PVC Avengers figures, non-articulated. Like imagine Diamond Select, but like 4 or 5 inches big, and they were like stuck in a pose. And Vision had like his hands up like this, like holding his cape. And I didn't know who it was, but it looked like a white ghoul or ghost or some shit, you know?
Captain Clan, right?
Dude, do you know there's this rapper now who has a name that's kind of like Ku Klux Klan?
No.
Of course there is.
Yeah, but it's like it's like Boombucks Blam or some shit. Like
See blood too.
probably, but yeah, it's like it's very similar. It's obviously what he's going for.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so, and then the game came out, and then I was like, okay, this is that character.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden I saw this red and green dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, what
And
is
basically.
yeah, and I'm like, what? I was like, when did his gear get so dumb?
I would totally get the white Hot Toys if they're gonna offer it. It's gonna be a
Well,
variant.
you've made
Yeah.
it clear that you like to own white things.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Dude, he's gonna go in the back of my closet.
Would you want comic book homage costume Scarlet Witch? When she had the tiara. If they made one, they probably won't make one. But if they made one,
So here's the thing: if I didn't have the one I have, I would get that one.
instead,
Yeah.
The one that they're putting out, or you're talking
No,
about like
the
an actual comic,
an
accurate?
actual comic
Okay.
accurate one. Because truthfully, when I started my Marvel one, that's what I was kind of going for anyway. Like I have the Iron Man from Iron Man 2, which isn't my favorite suit in the movies, but it's the one that looks most like the
I
comics.
think
Like
that's one you kind of convinced me to get that one.
yeah,
actually.
yeah. And I think it's like the most like
I mean, I'm surprised you could tell the difference between the suits at all. I mean, I could, but
Yeah.
for you, I would.
Well,
it's
so-
just like the Vision. It's like, oh, this triangle is over here.
yeah. But
They're very similar.
yes. But some of them are very different.
It's the most Iron
Well,
Man
Hulkbusters, they're-
Iron Man armor.
Yes. It's
The main
the,
thing's a triangle in the middle. It's a circle. In the middle.
Right. And I think this is a triangle. I think the one ours is a triangle.
You don't even fucking know what you got.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, because I just know it's the red and gold, and it's like it's
classic.
yeah.
It's very classic.
And then I like that was my goal. So if they did comic book versions, I would have probably gone all of them comic book versions too, especially after Endgame. But fuck 2019 too. Just get in the same boat with 2020 and just head on down the river.
Speaking of comic book version, I got the comic book version of Iron Spider Hot Toys. I love that thing.
Dude, yeah, that shit does look great.
Yeah, I love it.
I was let me say, I'm gonna put this out there, and hey, maybe I'm alone. It's okay. So I haven't filed my taxes yet.
Me either.
Because I want that Biden check.
Yep.
All right,
Owe me money.
Because I started carrying the one and shit, and I was like, it's gonna be tight. I'm gonna hold it out real quick just in case my accountant uncovers the nickel I hadn't counted for. So yeah, and that's just supposed to be hitting every day. And then what's funny? I read this article. It was saying how they're trying to cap the cap right for a couple is $150,000. For a solo artist, it's $75,000. And the reason why is because studies have shown that the middle class don't spend the money. Like the lower class spends it.
Wow.
But the middle class either saves it or puts it towards debt.
Because
that's
the logical thing to do.
And it's funny. I'm definitely spending it on some debt. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna chip away at something.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's like I often feel like when I was in school, I got a lot of attention in elementary school because I had super behavioral issues.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get invited to a lot of birthday parties and shit. You know what I mean? Like I was just that kid. Pour glue on people's heads. And, you know what I mean? Dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
speaking of things you regret as a kid.
Yeah. But like in a playful way, like, like, do me, bro. Like
no, this is dumb. We're not doing it.
Just being bad. Like, and I wasn't a bad kid, like a malicious kid, but I was a very mischievous kid, and I got into a lot of trouble. And I got a lot of attention. Now, juxtaposed, my wife got a lot of attention in school, but she graduated with honors and with this and that, and she had all sorts of ribbons and shit attached to her outfit at fucking graduation that I don't even know if I showed up for mine. And I say that to say this. The school system is in a metaphor for a lot of things with government, I feel like. Where, like, they do really good by the fucking idiots. And I don't mean the lower classes idiots, but I mean, like, I was an idiot in school, and the schools did really good with fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And they do really well with the geniuses, or in this metaphor, the rich.
Right.
So the rich gets taken care of, and the fucking poor get taken care of, and the people in the middle just have to be fucking pushed through the system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you just put up you just put up the fucking guardrails and just move the cattle down the middle.
Yep. You're good at being tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good analogy, and it's true.
Because they don't have to do anything with you. You're going to make it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to cause any waves.
Yep.
You just fucking do your job and shut up.
Yep.
And hopefully you can get a little bit of this. Hopefully we can stimulate you a little bit.
Yeah. They're definitely going to stimulate me.
Yeah, they're going to stimulate
me
me because I'm going to play them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think I can read? They paid attention to me when I was in elementary school. Now I can read. Who's laughing now? Yep. Joke's on you.
Yeah. I still got that till April 15th.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think you can file for one extension. So I'm keeping my eye very closely on the bank account, and very closely on the download extension paperwork form.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. With that being said, I think we can get out of here. Shout out to the Cool Table if you listen to it. You're part of it, as far as I'm concerned. And shout out to the rest of the Nerve Age team, Raul on Instagram, and Phil doing our notes and on Twitter. And I will see him Thursday for the movie. And shout out to Chris, of course. And our thoughts and prayers are with Chris. Please don't blow up his inbox. Just he knows that your thoughts and prayers are with him as well. And shout out to Dante on Facebook. And shout out to Manny behind the scenes from time to time. Shout out to Gort. Oh, Gort! I did a Gort Sensitive. I did a Gort Sensitive with him and JD and Chan in my Forgot My Nerd Week. Had a really interesting discussion about Gina Carano and all of that business. But what's funny is, I know I'm dragging it out now. What's funny is mad people have already been like, okay, is this part of the show? I'm deleting. You know what I mean? Like, but JD, I didn't even know this until it came up in the conversation, but he's very much a Kathy Kennedy ruined Star Wars like motif.
Oh, okay.
You know, like hates Episode 8, thought episode 7 was good fun, doesn't really like episode 9, but blames it on episode 8. I am not. I'm the opposite, right? I think
Same.
episode 8
I'm
is
with you on
right.
that.
Right. I think
Yeah.
episode 8 is the only shining light really in that fucking trilogy, and everything else just kind of makes episode 8 weaker. And he loved The Mandalorian, and I think it's kind of fine. But what's funny is the firing of Gina Carano has kind of put us in the same space where we're both kind of like, what could be worse now? But it's only because it's so funny that like we both are kind of disinterested in Star Wars, and we're coming at it from the opposite fucking directions. So it's like they tried to appease both of us at one point and ended up just losing
pissing
both of us.
you
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? It is a conversation. It's going to at least go on Patreon. I have to really go over it with a fine-tooth comb.
For public.
Yeah, just because people are, I just don't know who's going to be sensitive about it, you know. And there's some tough, like the conversations are tough, right? Like her stances on some things in today's climate are not the most socially acceptable, and we have to discuss it. And I just want to make sure that I'm not putting anybody in harm's way.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to really go over it, but it will at very least go on Patreon. And it was a great fucking conversation and fucking fascinating just because of how differently we see Star Wars, especially Disney-era Star Wars, and yet are both in the same place.
Wow.
So shout out to Gort, and congratulations to Irish Andy, who is going to he got a new job, and he's moving across country, the wee lad, away from his mom and dad. You know, so you know, he's starting he's going his own way in the world, and I love to see it, you know. So congratulations to him, and then he hit me up and he's like, look, the job doesn't change a whole lot, I'll still help you if you need it, you know. You know, so I appreciate you, Irish Andy.
God.
And with that,
Flappy labius.
Oh, happy holes.
tight dick there.